In camp, he continues to hold out in hopes of a new contract. But Jerry Jones told Sports Illustrated today, quote, "This isn't reflective of Zach. It's that you have to rely on the integrity of your contract." Texans have also kicked off training camp and signed one of their offensive linemen to a new deal. Titus Howard, 3 years, $56 million.
Joe Reinagel.
And for the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix.
What's up, Jason? It's hump day. We're getting closer to Cali.
You're going to go into your hump day routine again?
Hump day? Of course.
But I thought we renamed Hump Day Wemby Wednesday.
Well, I guess we did. It's still
Victor
hump day.
Wabamama.
It's still hump day.
What?
Victor Wabamama.
Yeah, that day.
Oh, my goodness. Well, hey, it can be Wemby Wednesday. We'll mention the young fella a time or two, I'm sure.
I think we just did.
We did.
All right. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm working on getting that thing set up. You would think that we would be prepared, have everything ready to go well in advance as we come into the studio, but, you know.
Well, it's been one of those days that's kind of a planning day, if you will, getting ready for Oxnard and getting all our ducks in a row so we all know what we're doing once we land out there. So that's kind of what we've been doing all day.
We had a big meeting this morning.
Yeah,
big meeting this morning. I mean, it was so big, the big bosses were involved.
They sure were.
In our meeting at 10:15 that James Pledger showed up for at 11.
Yeah, he was a little bit late, but it's cool. Hey, but you know what? We had beef stew tacos.
Well, that's...
beef stew tacos.
You know,
they were delicious.
God bless Tim Spence. He hasn't been here a year yet. But when the director of sports operations, the DOSA, is the official title. DOSA, right? And so he's learned if you're going to call a meeting in the morning and make Joe Reinagel wake his ass up, make Minix get up and come in early.
Yeah, I think that's the key.
You got to have breakfast at the meetings. And he showed up with breakfast. There was a bag of breakfast tacos.
Big bag of breakfast tacos.
Big bag of breakfast tacos. Right? So he goes to Las Palapas on his way in, which we certainly appreciate.
Yeah, we do.
What kind did you get? Well, there's some bacon and egg and the beef stew kind. Well, what the hell is a beef stew kind of breakfast taco?
Beef stew. He couldn't remember carne asada. So he called him beef stew, which actually kind of fits.
It's not wrong.
It's not wrong.
It just feels wrong.
I was so happy that he did that, though, because that's my favorite taco. Beef stew.
Really?
Yeah.
Beef stew tacos.
Beef stew tacos.
Could
my
you
favorite
sound
kind.
any whiter?
Well, yeah. I didn't know they were called beef stew tacos.
Well, they are in Colorado.
Now I do. I usually call them carne asada.
Well, but I imagine if you're in Denver, you take some beef stew on a cold winter day and you put it on a tortilla and pretend you're in San Antonio.
Well, I guess so. I'm surprised there weren't some potatoes and carrots in there, too.
Well, there could have been some potatoes.
That would have been okay, actually. I would have gone for that. I've never had a carne asada and potato taco.
I'd imagine it would work.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. Potatoes go with just about anything.
Well, I mean, they do. I mean, Rudolph Gonzalez said stewed beef tips.
That's it. That's what they are.
Called them that. Sure. Yeah, I mean, there's that.
I like beef stew.
You know, I think Tim's afraid of like chorizo.
Ooh.
Because that would have been good too.
Yeah, I love chorizo.
I'm a bacon, egg, and cheese, a chorizo, or bean and cheese with strip bacon.
Well, bean and cheese is okay. I don't mind that. But like a chorizo, bean, and potato.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll get that at my favorite taco place, and it's delicious.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I'm pretty typical, bacon, egg, and cheese is my go-to. Because some places chorizo is better than others.
That's fair. And carne asada too.
And carne asada.
Yeah.
I mean, you depending on where you're going, you might be rolling the dice for time in a little room alone.
You could be.
depending on how strong your stomach is,
Uh-huh.
right? And I know my stomach, so I generally try to stay a little bit careful if I've never tried it before or heard good things. Because sometimes you hear, somebody like they're normally a chorizo guy,
Mhm.
and not all chorizo is made the same.
It's not.
So like at home, my chorizo, well, that's good, but I'm using kielbasa. So
Well, yeah, but if you've got a hangover,
yeah,
there's nothing better than a greasy chorizo and egg taco.
no argument.
I mean, it's
No
a
argument.
hangover cure.
Although if you're hungover, just about any taco at that point, you're just waking up going food.
You just want to have
Food.
grease, good chorizo grease.
So when you wake up with a hangover, is it a race between you and the wife on, hey, are you going to get tacos? Because whoever asks, the other one is the one going and getting it. So like I'll wake up and I'll be like, thinking tacos? So Joanna knows she's making the taco run because I'm not moving. I mean, literally, it's first thing in the morning. It might be before a good morning. It's who's going on the taco run.
I don't know how your wife puts up with you. Maggie and I will go together.
Yeah.
We'll go together. Now she might wait in the car, but
Well, see, you're still newlyweds.
and see, my problem is
You're-
my favorite place to get tacos is closed on Sunday,
This is true.
and so
I'm with you
it's
there.
rough.
And I don't understand. That's like Chick-fil-A, right? You must make so much money between, Monday and Saturday where you could take Sunday. And look, I understand those that say it's for religious reasons, you don't work. I certainly respect that.
Of course.
But if you're a business to make money and you sell breakfast tacos, how much money are you leaving on the table on a Sunday morning?
No, you're leaving a bunch on the table. What's the other restaurant there's another one that's closed on Sunday, a Mexican food place, and it's slipping my mind at the moment.
Are you thinking Las Palapas?
Las Palapas. Is it Las Palapas?
See, Las Palapas used to be closed on Sunday.
It's right on the corner of Callahan and I-10. The hell's the name of that place?
I don't know. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. But when you think about, like, some Las Palapas are closed on Sunday, the original owners wanted it that way.
That's true.
Now that they're franchised and you don't know who owns whichever one you're going into, those dudes get to decide when they are open. And Joe and I live fairly close to each other. We both have the same favorite taco place that's closed on Sunday. In fact, I see Joe's brother there at the taco place every Saturday.
Right.
Joe's brother lives down the street from me. I didn't know when I bought the house, but there's times I wish Randy would just pick up my tacos and bring them over on his way home. But they've opened up a Las Palapas there that's open on Sunday. And
right across the street.
And so that academy right there in that area, right? So that Las Palapas is getting a lot of business because tacos and salsas closed on Sunday.
Well, they do, because if we're going on a Sunday, that's where else are you going to go? Although there are a couple of other places that I've tried around.
Well, there's one on Blanco, and it's just an RMR. I don't even know what it's called. They have good breakfast tacos too, but you got to deal with the Blanco construction and all that stuff on Sunday to get over to that one.
Because and no disrespect to the new Las Palapas that just opened across 1604 from my house.
No disrespect,
but sometimes they're a little chinchy. When you're used to tacos,
what?
Chinchy,
Oh.
like stingy.
I don't know if that's the proper usage of the word.
It is. Yeah, a little chinchy.
Chinchy?
Chinchy.
Is that like a mix of stingy with the eggs?
That's right. But
cheap with that? No.
If I want a taco, because look, and tacos and salsa, man.
They're good fat tacos.
They're fat. There's a lot of stuff in there.
I will say, though, I'm going to defend Las Palapas. They always use strip bacon, and they use good bacon.
Well,
and
I don't get bacon
and on their bacon, egg, and cheese, they're not, what'd you call it?
Chinchy.
They're not stingy.
Chinchy.
Chinchy?
Come on. I'm telling chinchy. Yeah.
I don't think that's a word.
It is a word.
That's not a word.
I used it growing up in Alice, Texas, baby. Chinchy.
That doesn't make it a word.
Everybody you walk in, you'd say that, man, a little chinchy on their tacos. Everybody knew exactly what you're talking about.
Well, they know what you're talking about, but they're all looking, oh, little Reinagel doesn't know the word.
I'm telling you.
Come on, Joey, get it right.
Everybody out there knows exactly what I'm talking about.
We know what you're talking about,
Unless
but I don't
perhaps
think that's
you're
a word.
Minix or a guy from Colorado.
Well, I didn't order beef stew tacos. Could you imagine what they were like at Las Palapas? I need the beef stew kind. Hey, give me a dozen beef stew.
They said, sir, we don't have those.
Oh, I know. No, they know exactly what they're talking about.
Beef stew.
Yeah, the little lady at Las Palapas, he said beef stew, took one look at him, little profiling, gave him
carne asada.
She knew.
She went in the back and goes, we got another one.
They were good, and we appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
Although we had a couple of tacos at 10:30, but neither one of us went to lunch.
I know it. It's going to be tough getting through the show because Pledge ate the rest of them.
Well, that's it. All right. So here's the mystery, right?
Somebody took the tacos.
Here's after the meeting, because there were a lot of tacos, they were put on the break room table. You and I go into the office. We start talking about the things that we talked about in the meeting. And it was like, are we going to lunch? Because that's generally what we do. If we have an early meeting, we go to lunch and then come back and do the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but neither one of us were hungry.
No.
So, well, let's snag a couple of tacos for later. We walk back down and all the tacos were gone. And look, it's not like somebody put them in the fridge. We work at a radio station. That doesn't happen. There are 3-day-old kolaches still sitting there. So, yeah, all right. So who took the tacos? They weren't in the fridge. The bags weren't in the trash can.
I automatically thought James Pledger.
Oh, well, and you thought correct. You thought correct.
Now, he's claiming he had none.
He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. I mean, because there's still an empty box of chicken strips in the refrigerator.
Yeah, there is.
Which surprised me that Pledge actually left those last night.
So I can't promise you that bag of pork rinds in there won't get eaten at some point in time during the show.
Well, I can promise you that it will get eaten because at some point we're going to need a snack.
Exactly.
Although it is interesting how food can disappear. Like in my office, in our office, Joe and I share an office. The great people from Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds sent 2 big boxes of pork rinds for training camp. So there is a box in there. Yesterday, when we started the show, there were 4 bags left in that box. Now, I know those that have asked for bags. Yeah, grab one. Yeah, grab one. Who cares, right? But there were 4 bags in that box yesterday when we start the show. When we ended the show, there was 1 bag.
There's 1 left.
3 bags of pork rinds disappeared in the 4 hours we were doing the Blitz yesterday, and nobody knows who took them.
Should we start locking the door when we start the show?
I mean, you hate to say that. I mean, I know it wasn't Pledge because he has his bag that, was properly distributed. Hey, can I have one? Of course, right? It's Sam. Or maybe that dude at in the KTSA newsroom.
Maybe
it's got to be one of them.
Yeah, maybe so. But pork rinds go really well with beef stew tacos, as James probably is realizing now after he ate about 5 of them.
Well, yeah, and Pledge can't say it wasn't him. And if you're watching on YouTube, you see the beef stew stain on his tie. For a man that didn't have anything. The fact that he's got some drippings on the front of his shirt tells you he had the beef stew tacos.
He did. Many of them.
Yes. I mean, and as Spence spends more and more time in San Antonio, finds his regular taco spot, they're going to name a taco after him. The beef stew Spence taco.
Yeah. As a joke, maybe.
I can make the menu item. What is that? Carne asada. Okay, cool.
I'm just happy that the lady at Las Palapas or the guy, whoever it was that took his order, was nice. There'd be some taco places he goes in and orders beef stew. He's not getting anything.
I mean,
just saying.
It's possible.
Beef stew. Well, Let's see if the carrots are soft yet. Perhaps we'll add some more onion.
There's too many jokes with soft carrots.
Yes.
Don't go there. Do not go there. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Cowboys officially on the practice field today without Zach Martin. We'll dive into what the Cowboys are doing. Zach Martin, he's holding out for more money. A couple of offensive linemen got paid. How much will that benefit Zach Martin? We'll discuss as we continue here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's $1,400 to training camp. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
Hit it.
Beginning Monday, the guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio Sports Star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and sasportstar.com.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax.
Touchdown.
A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax, 100% natural male enhancement formulas only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
3 little words no parent wants to hear.
My tummy hurts.
And it always seems to happen at the worst times. Like in the middle of the morning rush, when you still have homework to check and lunches to pack, and of course, you're already late for work. Luckily, there's Pepto Kids. New Pepto Kids gummies helps relieve occasional stomach upsets, turning those 3 words into these 3 words.
I feel better.
Bad time for stomach upsets? Good time for new Pepto Kids gummies. Fast support for little tummies.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Nigel, I'm going on vacation. Don't touch anything.
I won't let you down. Enjoy your time off, J-Dog.
Folks, it's good to take time off, but your home's plumbing and air conditioning, well, when they decide to take a surprise vacation or start working overtime, that's a problem. Call Quarter Moon and we'll get things back on track, working right and at a fair price. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Okay, team, I've supercharged the coffee machine. It's extra hot and dispenses 10 times faster. Allow me to push the button. Quick! Call the plumber!
004 TACLA 000743458.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online, mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Texas, the Mega Millions jackpot is over $700 million, and you can now buy official Texas lottery tickets right from your phone with jackpot.com. Go to jackpot.com, choose your lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, get a free ticket with your first play. Get in on the action. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com. Jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Have pain? Have chronic pain, low back pain, knee pain, neck pain, or shoulder pain? I can help. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we get to the root of your pain. We don't just give pain medications. We do the proper investigation to see what is the root cause, and it's covered by your insurance. Reduce your medication, avoid surgery, and get rid of pain for good. Call for your free evaluation. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, where we get to the root cause of your problem. 210-468-1891.
Smoker's Paradise, your premium smoke shop. Vaporizers, disposable e-cigarettes, hookah accessories, water pipes, cigars, and more. Now with 15 area locations, including the newest location at South Cross and Highway 37. Visit smokersparadise.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
It's a Wemby Wednesday.
With the first pick in the 2023 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Victor Wembanyama
On San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. On Twitter and Threads, at Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star. And make sure you're following, especially the station socials next week when we get out to training camp for AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage. Apparently, we're going to be doing stuff on the TikTok. We're going to be doing stuff all over the place. So if you want the best Cowboys coverage at training camp, you need to be following all of us, because that's basically what our meeting was about today. All the stuff that we're going to do while we're out there in Oxnard, and it's an impressive amount of stuff.
A lot of different videos, reels, different things like that. And look, as I say that, you damn know, well, me and Rob and Joe ain't putting anything on TikTok. Rudy might, but we're going to send it to some dude named Ryan. And we'll do the videos, and then Ryan will do all the work and get it up there. And some Pledge, but even Pledge has some stuff taken off his plate.
I might become a TikToker before we get out to Oxnard. You never know. I'm hip. I'm happening.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that ain't going to happen. Pretty sure that's not going to happen.
It might happen. It just might.
But what is a better chance? You becoming a TikTok star by the time we get out to Oxnard, or Zach Martin being in camp in full pads when we get out to Oxnard?
Now, I said nothing about being a TikTok star. I just said I might get on TikTok before we get out there.
You're going to download the app?
I might.
Are you kidding me? I'm a true story here, right? Unless somebody does it for you. So we get a text from Morgan. I don't know, 1:45.
About that, yeah.
Can you have Joe FaceTime me? I have no idea what that was weird.
Yeah,
right?
I guess she doesn't have my phone number.
Well, and you don't have hers, which again, kind of weird. FaceTiming, maybe she's in a sales meeting and somebody wants to go, that Joe Reinagle, I used to watch him do the weather all the time on Channel 5, right? It was going to be one of those kind of things. Joe didn't know how to FaceTime.
No, I don't have a FaceTime because FaceTime is not on Samsung. It's only on those, you sheep followers that do Apple.
Yes.
And so,
But your word was, I don't FaceTime.
Well, I don't have a FaceTime.
Well,
I have to go to Zoom.
Well, I didn't know that at first, but just your reaction. So now you're telling me you're going to TikTok?
Well, yeah, I can TikTok.
Uh-huh.
You're going to have to give me Morgan's number again, because I don't know where the hell it went.
You couldn't save the contact.
I don't know.
Is it Kesha that has that song that's TikTok, right? Whatever. Yeah. You don't even know who Kesha is, do you?
I've heard of Kesha. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have. Sure have.
He couldn't pick her out of a lineup of one.
Now, I don't recall exactly what she looks like at the moment, but I'm a big, Ariana Grande fan.
Okay. Not Kesha.
In more ways than one.
Well, I know it's not about her music.
Well, no, she sings very well. It's incredible. But
if you would just sit there and you could look at her, you'd be just as happy.
That'd be fine, too.
Nothing wrong with that. So, Zach Martin. Can we hear the Zach Martin watch?
Zach Martin watch. Zach Martin watch.
Day 2.
Yeah, We need a big voice guy.
Day
two.
We couldn't even get a big voice guy for Zach Martin watch. Are you kidding?
We got Sam.
Well, like I said, I mean, we spend all our money on camera equipment for TikToks.
Well, and that's we're paying him in pork rinds.
But apparently, Mike McCarthy today, when asked about Zach Martin, went with an old school, my dad told me story. And I think all of our dads have told us this story. Don't talk about another man's money and don't talk about your own. It's a business decision.
It is.
And that is what Mike McCarthy said today. It's the business side of football. Everybody deals with this. That's what you're going through. Jerry Jones tells Sports Illustrated, you have to rely on the integrity of your contract.
But it's not reflective of Zach. He threw that in first. But look, here's the deal. When you're looking at, and I agree, and I think we're in agreement on this, when you talk about you sign a contract, you live up to it. If it was the NBA, Major League Baseball, okay, but the NFL, Jerry Jones could go to Zach Martin today and say, you're gone.
Well,
your contract, you got your guaranteed money and you're out.
And that's it. The NFL is the only league that doesn't have fully guaranteed contracts. For example, Andrew Thomas of the New York Giants today signs a 5-year, $117.5 million contract. 67 guaranteed.
Wow.
67 is all that matters in that deal. Titus Howard with the Houston Texans, 3 years, $56 million. And so you look at a couple more offensive linemen that got paid, that makes Zach Martin drop down on the offensive lineman pay list, and that's going to cost Jerry a little bit more money. I 100% agree with Jerry. He's very firm for the most part in talking about, the integrity of your contract. It has to mean something. But at the same time, Jerry also understands a good investment, a great investment, in making sure that a player is living up to their potential. If you can cut Zeke Elliott because he wasn't playing up to his contract, then you can give Zach Martin a raise, who is outperforming his contract by a lot. It goes both ways.
Yesterday, Zach Martin was looking at $20 million. Today, after this Giants signing of Andrew Thomas, his average is $23.5 million per.
And again, when I talk about, and I think Jerry's, at some point you have to rely on the integrity of your contract. And I fully agree with that. And I am typically the guy, and I know I sound hypocritical as I say this, you have a deal, you honor your deal. When you get to the final year of your contract, I get, like what Bose is doing in San, you got 1 year left, redo your deal now. I get that, and I'm cool with that. 2 years out, nah, dude. Zach Martin is the exception to the rule. And Jerry, you can't tell me about relying on the integrity of the contract when you just fired Zeke Elliott when he had a couple of years left on his deal and a whole lot of money. So don't tell me on this side, integrity of the contract, you're out. And then tell Zach Martin, you know what? Integrity, you need to honor that.
Right.
Teams don't honor their end, and players don't always honor theirs. That's the business side of the NFL when you don't have fully guaranteed deals.
And there's an upper shelf of players that can do this. Not everybody can do it. Mm-hmm. I mean, if I don't know, Michael Gallup went to Jerry and said, I got 2 years left on my contract and I'm not happy, I'm going to hold out. Jerry's going to say, see ya.
Yeah.
I mean, but a guy like Zach Martin, you have to deal with. Every team has got those guys. And that's where it is. But I mean, Zach Martin, seeing what happened with Andrew Thomas of the Giants today with this $23.5 million guaranteed, I mean, the price tag just went up.
And I don't know if it did, if it didn't. I would like to think that there's conversations going on in that contract. His agent didn't say, all right, Steven, now it's going to cost you $2.5 million more. Because if you haven't come to an agreement yet, going up isn't going to get you any closer. But if I'm his agent, that number we talked about, you saw this Andrew Thomas deal, you ready to sign?
Yeah.
Because if this goes on another week, at some point, the $50,000 a day that he's getting fined, you're ultimately going to pay with this new deal. Every day I sit out, I'm adding $100,000 to my total.
Don't you know that
you're charging me 50? I'm going to add 100.
Don't you know the Cowboys hate the Giants even more today? I mean, it's like, damn it. What are you doing? You know that Zach Martin is sitting out, and then you go and sign Andrew Thomas to this ridiculous contract. Oh my goodness!
I mean, and you say ridiculous, Joe. You hate everybody that gets paid.
No, that was my Jerry Jones voice.
Oh, that was
that. Well, kind of.
All right. It's kind of like your
channeling.
Jerry's being chinchy.
I was channeling Jerry there. I mean, he's got to. They had to look at that this morning and go, geez, that just complicates things all the much more.
Commenting on our YouTube live, which you can do, especially if you're following and subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. Miguel says, do you think the Giants came out with their contract to make things more difficult for the Cowboys? No. I mean, they're doing their business. They don't really care. I just really wonder, and I might ask Steven, remind me to ask Steven this next week. Do you ever just shoot off a text with a middle finger emoji or just F you to another general manager when they do a big old contract that's we think is making your life more difficult? Do general managers give each other crap for deals that they sign?
Well, I just wonder. I mean, it goes both ways. I wonder if, general managers of other teams that have cornerbacks that are coming up for contracts.
Yeah.
And when Jerry gives $100 million to an average corner, and now you're seeing the price tag just went up.
I know. Does Steven, how many FU texts does he get from other general managers?
Exactly right.
I hope there's like a GM group chat that we're not privy to.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
I wouldn't be surprised. Like a WhatsApp for GMs.
Yeah, exactly. You did what?
Yeah, dude. Could you not just waited a couple of days? We're almost done.
Hey, could you imagine? Because I mean, it's such a tight-knit world that there is an agent that is negotiating with both of those GMs.
Yeah,
but with different players, same agent.
Oh, sure.
That guy. You know what I gotta say, man? I bet it's got fun with Drew. If you're talking with Drew right now, you know what I mean? I wonder if they have that. Training camp officially underway for the Dallas Cowboys. Light practice today, no contact, helmets, jerseys, shorts. Still, for me, weird seeing the quarterbacks in a red jersey in Dallas. We'll talk about that and what Mike McCarthy had to say before today's first practice as we continue here on your home for the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's R&R in the morning.
Thursday on R&R in the morning, Congress is meddling in the NIL. That's the last thing we need. We continue San Antonio Sports Star's countdown to Cowboy Camp.
Zach Martin watch, day 4. Is Martin going to show up anytime soon? Cowboy Camp continues. We'll talk about it. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I don't want to go to bed at night dreading waking up in the morning, knowing that I'm going to feel like a rusty lawn chair, getting out of bed and getting opened up and not being able to really move for a couple hours really throughout the day.
For former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter and those dealing with daily aches and pains, QC Kinetics regenerative pain treatments are a game changer, providing long-lasting relief.
Go into a specific joint, a specific region, and then help promote that healing process using your own body's mechanisms to heal. I mean, that's been something that's pretty powerful. And there's no surgery, there's no downtime.
QC Kinetics natural treatments help the body heal and restore itself. No more rusty lawn chair.
It's no surprise to see people being willing to try this first, especially when it has such great results.
Pain relief the natural way. QC Kinetics. Call today for your complimentary consultation. Find out if you're a good candidate for treatment.
Call QC Kinetics. 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. 210-571-0318.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FIND to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FIND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FIND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hold up, you're using Swiffer Power Mop? What would Mom say?
Oh, she'd be like, a mopping bucket is the only way to deep clean your floors. And I'd be like, Mom, this is the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one that gets you a mop and bucket clean in half the time.
She'd never believe you.
I'd say, look, the solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket. And the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get into grout lines. That's why you're the smart one.
Really?
What? Mom said it.
The new Swiffer Power Mop. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
O'Reilly. Protect your engine with Syntec Full Synthetic Motor Oil at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec is designed for today's engines to dissipate heat and reduce friction and wear. Get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $33.99, plus 2 times O Rewards points. Limits apply. Choose Syntec exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It can be stressful when unexpected expenses come up, but Dave can help. Dave is the banking app that could help you get up to $500 instantly with extra cash. No interest, late fees, or credit check. Join the millions of people who have downloaded Dave and get up to $500 instantly with extra cash. Download the Dave app right now or go to dave.com. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees apply. Banking services provided by Evolve. Member FDIC.
Are you working way too hard for way too little? There's never been a better time to consider a career in IT. You could enjoy a recession-resistant career in a rewarding field with plenty of growth opportunities and often flexible work environments. Go to My Computer Career and take the free career evaluation. You can start your new career in months, not years. Take classes online or on campus, and financial aid is available to qualified students, including the GI Bill. Now's the time. Go to mycomputercareer.edu.
Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Every coach this time of year's goal is to get their roster healthy to week 1. Cowboys don't even get through the first practice before the injury cart gets pulled out. Within the last 5 minutes, Donovan Wilson has gone down with a apparently non-contact injury. Little time in the injury tent, and then a cart to take him away.
Right leg, he was said to be limping on. Very frustrated. The reporters there are tweeting out that he is frustrated, and boy, that's a big blow if something is serious there with Donovan Wilson. That's not good.
And hopefully it's not. Hopefully the MRI is clean. But it's those non-contact ones that get you this time of year. And,
I know it.
And it feels like you see one in every camp.
Yeah, and we're going to see more. I mean, it's just unfortunate. And I don't know why that is. It seems like these guys just running around. And I don't remember. But we didn't have social media, 15 years ago. So you just don't remember hearing about this. And I don't know if it happened like that 15 years ago.
It did. But, 15, 20, 25, 30 years ago, it would happen and you'd read about it in the next morning's newspaper.
Yeah, true.
I mean, and now we're like, as we're talking about that, a pass just went off the fingertips of Simi Fehoko and intercepted by a rookie corner. Here we go again with those tipped INTs.
Yeah, I'm sure Dak threw a perfect pass, and it was right there. And Simi Fehoko just, bounced off his stone hands. It's not Dak's fault.
It's not.
Pay the guy. Come on.
If it went off the receiver's hands, get all the tipped INTs out of your system in July. I'm good with that.
The only thing I saw that I liked a minute ago from John Machota was a nice out route by Jake Ferguson, a pass from Dak Prescott. Perfect. And he said, expect more of that.
Ryan Eagles' obsession with a tight end.
I'm just telling you, look, and I'm saying it now. I said it last year. I'm saying it now. Jake Ferguson is the next in a long line of great tight ends for the Dallas Cowboys.
As you think about camp that's underway, yesterday, Trayvon Diggs got paid big money. And you lose a Donovan Wilson. It's a good thing you do have two good corners. Mike McCarthy talking about today, not only Diggs, but also now that you've got Diggs pairing up with Gilmore on the other side.
I mean, you can see it from day one. I mean, I could just, remember when we signed them, and, the next, I think it was the next day in the weight room, those two were in there working out. So I think that, first impressions, impacts, and, not only for, Trayvon, but, for all of us, and just to bring that veteran leadership and presence, and obviously the pelts that he has on the wall, and I think just like anything, the players are always the first to know and the last to know. So you can see the impact that it had on the locker room, and it started day one with Trayvon.
Look, their corners are set. I mean, those two guys should be fine. I still think Trayvon got a little too much money, but it is what it is. But they're set at the corner. Now you worry about Donovan Wilson, your safety position now.
And that's a big part of it. And I do think, when you think about Mike McCarthy talking about Diggs and he gets that extension, the fact that is out of the way very early in training camp is a big thing.
I mean, definitely. I mean, it's good all the way around. I mean, personally, just excited for him and his family, and what that means for his his financial future. But for us here at the Dallas Cowboys, I mean, the timing's great. But second contracts, I think is such an important part of the draft and develop method. And when you're able to get your young guys done, there's it's all in front of us. So I was excited to see that happen.
Now, what else is he going to say? Damn, we overpaid Trayvon.
He's not going to say that.
Of course he's not.
But obviously the guy has some improvement to do. What's the next step for Diggs to be a great player?
Well, I mean, I think the big thing is, we always talk about taking the next step and the definition of what that next step looks like. I mean, I think clearly when you look at our defense as a whole, when you lead the league in a category, particularly takeaways, as we've had the last 2 years, and I think when you look at the history of this league and what that represents, and he's a big part of that too. So I mean, it's the ability just to play with a higher level of discipline and know that his opportunities are going to probably be less, but how can he contribute in the other aspects of defense? So just keep taking that next step.
Well, maybe he can learn how to tackle. Because, if he's not going to get that much, he can learn how to tackle and contribute in that respect.
Here we go.
By the way, Jane Slater.
I just saw that.
You saw it reporting that they're going to x-ray his calf. So to me, that's a little bit of a sigh of relief.
Because that's not an ACL.
Or, something else.
X-rays on your calf?
Or Achilles. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. That's what she's reporting. Or maybe... Could it be an MRI on his calf? Maybe he pulled a muscle there or something. I don't know.
The tweet does say X-rays.
It does.
Although when you look at and you think about what they're doing right now, they're on the field, it's a lot of position drills. Still weird seeing Cowboys quarterbacks wear red jerseys. I mean, Cowboys quarterbacks never wore red jerseys until Mike McCarthy showed up. It's just strange when they look at it. Hey, who are we watching? Oh, that's the Cowboys, right? But so an injury like that, either a weird cut or a plant and go, non-contact, because there is no contact to speak of
no
in the
contact.
drills that they are currently doing. Those are the ones that are scary.
Well, it is. It's a foot placed the wrong way, a turned ankle. I mean, there's all kinds of things that can happen at this point in time. But according to Jane Slater, hopefully we'll know a little bit more before the show's over this afternoon, and can update you on Donovan Wilson. And hopefully it's nothing that's too serious.
And I've got to say, looking at some of the video, and I'm seeing a video right now from Larry Ramirez from KSAT 12. Damn, those fields look good.
Oh, they do.
I mean, those are two great football fields there at the River Ridge Complex.
They do a great job.
But I know last year there was some issue with the seeding and whatever grass they were trying to do, and they knew they were going to spend a lot of money this offseason. But seeing those fields, my goodness, they look to be in great shape.
Well, I tell you what, the Cowboys are thrilled. I know Mike McCarthy is thrilled to be out there in Oxnard. He loves it. I think the players love it just simply because of the weather and the facilities, and everything's right there. And obviously the media loves it. So it's good all the way around it. And if the fields, and that you're right about last year, they weren't in that great of shape, or normally are. I'm sure the Cowboys had a chat with the folks there in Oxnard and said, hey, do better.
Yeah, and clearly, just looking at those videos, they look incredible.
Yep.
We'll be live all next week from R&R in the morning to the Blitz in the afternoon for our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage, brought to you in part by Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds and Texas Cheer Liquor. Before we get out to Oxnard on Friday, we're going to be live out at Texas Cheer Liquor, number 5. That's the Bernie location. Friday, we're live out there from 2 to 6. So make sure you come by and see us. And, what we're going to be packing for the trip. So, a little gift if you want to get us something.
Absolutely.
You want your part of Oxnard. We'll take that.
We'll toast you.
Yes,
while
we
we're
will.
Sitting around the table.
Yes, we will. Part of our meeting today is what are we taking?
Absolutely. Hey, the sun always shines out in Oxnard, doesn't it? It always shines. Sometimes you get a little sunburn. So I'm going to pack all of my Toro Cosmeceuticals. I'm not going anywhere without those things. Been using them now for about 2 weeks. And I tell you what, it is making one heck of a difference to my face. It really is. It looks great. Even the wife says, man, you look great. What are you doing? She did actually say that. Well, it's ToroSkincare.com. That's what it is. I've always been looking for something that's just for guys, a luxury product that doesn't break the bank. And finally, ToroSkincare.com is the place that I have found. It's the best stuff that I've tried ever. It's got everything you need. I use the face wash. I use the moisturizer, the toner, the eye cream. They even have a shave and beard oil. And not only does it feel great going on, it actually can repair your skin. You're going to look healthier. And yes, you will look younger. It's a game changer, Toro is, an experience, and it's all for men. It's working for me. I know you're going to like it as well. And to get you started, ToroSkincare.com is offering you a 20% discount. All you have to do is go to their website, ToroSkincare.com, enter the code Joe, and they're going to give you 20% off. There's all kinds of products there. You can buy them in bundles. You can buy individually. It doesn't matter. Just check them out. You're going to be happy that you did because, fellas, it's time to treat yourself. You deserve it.
It's $1,400 to training camp. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Beginning Monday, the guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio sports star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio sports star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys Training Camp, live from Oxnard, California. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and SASportsStar.com.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax. Touchdown! A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax, 100% natural male enhancement formulas, only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article, or sensitive personal information about your family. Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff, so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
Life moves fast. No one has time for a car, truck wreck, or commercial vehicle accident. At Davis Law Firm, we get it. When you call the force, you don't have to worry about insulting offers from insurance adjusters, property damage, or car rental. We recently settled a wrongful death case in a commercial vehicle accident for $5 million. Net to clients was $2.8 million. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car, truck wreck, or hit by a commercial vehicle, call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember. 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
Before you fire up that grill, get into Tri-County Meat Market because a great meal always starts with great meat. Tri-County Meat Market is locally owned and they're full service, believe me, and they've got everything you need to up your grilling game. And now they're featuring MTX beef. Beef raised, fed, and harvested right here in beautiful Central South Texas in our beautiful Texas Hill Country. Tri-County has what you need with quality you expect, and you can always take advantage of the 5 for $25. Head over to Tri-County today, and I know you're going to be thanking me later.
The water coming in and out of your home is like music. Here in San Antonio in the Hill Country, it is hard. Now that's hard. At the same time, those that know have a Connecticut quality water softener and enjoy this. Smooth, soft, pure, clean water. The difference is astounding. Hard water, soft water. If you don't have a Connecticut water softener in your home, you're basically inviting destructive hard water to beat up your appliances, hot water heater, and every pipe in your home. And your coffee maker, hard water damages it too. This is Chris Canupa with Connecticut and San Antonio in the Hill Country. Call me for a free home water evaluation at 656-PURE. Right now, get 0% interest on a Connecticut system. I'll even let you try a Connecticut water softener for 90 days, absolutely free. Connecticut is simply the very best water softener you can buy, and that's why we say it's the last water softener you'll ever own. Don't live with, live with
656 Pure Connecticut.
Listen up, Texas. The Mega Millions jackpot is over $700 million, and you can now buy official state lottery games right from your phone with jackpot.com. Get in on the action right now and buy official Powerball, Mega Millions, and Lotto Texas tickets with jackpot.com. Just choose your favorite lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play.
I love playing the lottery, and jackpot.com makes it so easy because you can buy all your tickets right from your phone.
Jackpot.com notifies me right away if I win. It's safe and secure, and I never have to worry about losing my lottery tickets again.
This is the greatest thing ever. I can buy tickets right on my phone for Powerball, Lotto Texas, and other lottery games while I'm sitting on my couch at home.
Don't wait. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com. Jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Gambler.
Thursday on R&R in the morning. The Zach Watch continues. Is Martin going to show up anytime soon? Cowboy Camp continues. We can't wait to get there. Everything we do, we're going to talk about it. And also the NIL's back in the news. Congress is talking about getting involved in 3 years without a portal. Coaches like it. Do you? Now back to the Blitz. Pink shorts and blue polos. You figure out who's got on what.
I like your pink shorts, Jason.
You know, I'm going to see Barbie tonight, so I had to dress appropriately.
Well, you know, it's funny, and I didn't even think about that when I have my pink shorts on and my flamingo shirt today. I'm feeling I could walk right into Barbie and be just fine. I'd blend right in.
You know you're going to see Barbie tonight.
I'm actually not, but maybe I will now.
You know you're going to see Barbie
You think
tonight.
I can get a ticket?
Sure. You're Joe Reinagle.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, it's a very popular flick.
It is, but you're still Joe Reinagle.
Well, I am that. That's a true statement.
And there's nothing wrong with going to see the Barbie movie.
I have no problem with it. See,
and you're dressed appropriately for it.
Here's the problem, Minix, and it's not a problem. It's just a fact. Yeah, I've gotten to the point in life where I really don't give a damn what anybody thinks about what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
What I say on the radio.
Okay.
Or anything else. So it's like, that works out great for me.
You want to tell me about your skincare line again?
Yes, I will. I'm happy to.
We know you give a damn. You just don't give a damn.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean,
look, it's a beautiful shirt from the Golf Club of Texas that we were out there playing golf, and you were like, exactly. You let another man dress you, and he got you a shirt with pink flamingos on it.
You know, I get more compliments on this shirt than just about anything else I have. Walked into Costco with it a couple weeks ago. Dude, at Costco, you got to show your membership card.
Yeah.
Nice shirt. Yeah, thank you.
Uh-huh.
So I do. It's very unique.
Well, and look, there are certain things, and I don't know why this is. You know, like if you went and saw Barbie by yourself, that might be a little creepy. But if your wife wants to go, you take your kids, whatever, right? That's cool. It's kind of like Taylor Swift. You know, there are guys out there that don't want to admit that they're a Swiftie.
Right?
Right?
A Swiftie. Is that what it's called?
A
Swiftie.
That's what they're called.
Okay.
Travis Kelce is a mega Swiftie.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, I know you went to the Taylor Swift concert. How was it?
Yeah, well, I was disappointed that she doesn't talk before or after her shows because she has to save her voice for the 44 songs that she sings. So I was a little butthurt. I didn't get to hand her one of the bracelets I made for her.
You made her a bracelet?
Yeah. If you're up on Taylor Swift concerts, there are friendship bracelets, and I received a bunch of them being there, but I wanted to give Taylor Swift one with my number on it. Not right now.
Your number's in 87 or your phone number?
You know which one. She doesn't meet anybody, or at least she didn't want to meet me, so I took it personal.
She probably just hasn't gotten over the Super Bowl yet. She's a big Eagles fan. Maybe she just made something up and just didn't want to talk to you.
Damn it.
The Kelce Brothers podcast is fantastic.
It is fantastic. Those guys are really good. So I guess, Travis got a little crush on Taylor Swift.
But isn't he married?
I don't know.
Are you sure? He's got a pretty steady girlfriend, right? Are you sure, Pledge? Oh, they broke
up. So now he's he wants to be a real Swiftie.
Well,
the only Swiftie.
No, he wouldn't be the only Swiftie, but it's a bold move.
The main Swiftie.
To try to go get in with Swiftie. And when things don't work out, you become part of a song. And I wonder if can you get a contract to get royalties for the breakup song that you know is coming?
No.
Why?
Well, I mean, that's just like, because it's like, how dare you break up with me? I'm writing a song about you. I'm going to make millions off of it, and you get nothing. That's the way it goes.
Although if you're Travis Kelce, I wonder if he would be more proud that Taylor Swift wrote a breakup song about him.
He would probably
than his
brag
Super Bowl
about it.
trophies. Oh, not probably brag about it. That dude might tattoo the lyrics to his ass. I mean, he would be all over it.
Love that guy. I mean, he's not like he's a poor man.
No.
He does okay.
He's poor compared to Taylor Swift, which is why she wouldn't take his number.
Is.
That's not everybody, but that's why she wouldn't take his number.
I don't know. I would have to see those comparisons, Minix, to see if she might be up there in the top 3 richest people of all time.
Of all time?
I bet she competes with Oprah now. I'm just saying. I mean, she makes a ton of cash.
Top 3 of all time?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm spitballing. Right? I'm throwing that out there.
I'll do a beer bet that she's probably not even top 10.
You know, you're just a drunk, Minix. All right, you want free beer.
Well, who doesn't want free beer? That's a beer bet. Ryan Eagle says
it's time for another beer bet with the Blitz.
Well, let me revise that.
There's no backpedaling here,
I have to
Mr. Diggs.
revise that. I'm not saying
Blitz.
There's no backpedaling here, Mr. Diggs. You said 3 of the richest people of all time.
At this moment in time.
At this moment of time.
Okay.
All right. I don't even think she's top 10.
You don't think so?
Of all time, like richest people.
Like right now, as we sit today, not in history.
I think there's 15 people right now in Saudi Arabia that make way more money than her.
I'm talking, okay, in America.
I think there's a bunch of NFL owners. I think little Danny Snyder just made more money than her in the last week.
Dude, I'm not sure. You don't think Taylor Swift's a billionaire?
He just sold a football team for $6 billion.
I believe she's a billionaire.
That doesn't make her top 3 of all time.
I'm just saying.
You know, the guy that owns the X-Bird app thing, he's got more money.
Well, he's got a lot of money. So does that other dude that owns Amazon.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of cash.
And Zuckerberg, right? There's 3
So
right
there's
now.
2.
You're out of the list,
So,
man.
well,
There's another 6-pack coming to Minix here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Railroaded again.
From the George Salinas Personal Injury Attorney Studios, this is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville. KTFM Floresville. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, Cowboys guard Zach Martin trying to climb up that list of the richest folks in the world. He wants a new contract, still sitting out of camp. Jerry Jones told Sports Illustrated today, this isn't reflective of Zach. It's just you have to rely on the integrity of your contract. Carolina Panthers said today that the number 1 overall draft pick, Bryce Young, will be the opening day starter, and the Texans started camp today.
Sports Center is brought to you by BraintreeNutrition.com. Better sleep, more focus. BraintreeNutrition.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm the beer bet champion at Jason Minix. Quick Google search.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's net worth is $570 million.
It's actually not. It's $740 million.
Well, my Google says 570.
Well, you got to look for 2023. I don't know what year you're talking about. Yeah.
But her Eras Tour could make her a billionaire by the end of 2023.
So I don't know. I Googled 2023, $740 million. So obviously she's not up there with the Billies, but
richest celebrities, Jay-Z is on the list. Mariah Carey, Oprah, Rihanna, P. Diddy, Jerry Seinfeld. I'm not seeing Taylor Swift anywhere. George Lucas, Steven Spielberg.
Jeez. See, I'm a Swiftie. I'm trying to be a Swiftie.
George Lucas is the richest celebrity of 2020 with a net worth of $6.5 billion.
Dude, that's 2020.
Well,
that's 3 years worth of collecting money for somebody.
Well, so he's only gotten richer.
Yeah, because he had all those
richest
all those
entertainers
movies.
in America 2023. If anybody wants to chime in, who is Brock Pierce?
I don't know.
It's number 1 on the Google list.
Really?
$2 billion in 2023.
So we're
The
talking
Rock
about musicians.
Is at $800 million.
Really? So he makes more than Taylor.
Well, a lot of people do. Poor Taylor. That's why she has to do 3 tours, 3 concerts in one city.
And 44 songs of each concert. And she's not even in the top 10 of singers. Dolly Parton is richer than she is.
Well, Dollywood probably makes a lot of money.
Well, I don't know when this list was made.
I mean, well, in Dolly Parton, the royalties on Islands in a Stream and the best little whorehouse in Texas. I mean, that's more than just mailbox money.
Well, 9 to 5. I mean,
Oh, there was that one too.
Yeah. Okay, so Brock Pierce, according to Wikipedia, is an American entrepreneur known primarily for his work in the cryptocurrency industry.
Yeah, but he's an entertainer because the dude starred in the Mighty Ducks.
Oh, wow.
Who knew?
Good for him.
Uh-huh. Hope his crypto is working out because it's not for other athletes like Tom Brady.
Yeah, poor Tom. He just hooked up with the wrong dude.
That sounded weird.
Well, he hooked up with the wrong crypto dude.
Oh, there you go. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, he was a what do you call those guys that are like, you're looking to grab the knob? Yeah.
Stop, Pledge. You're so bad. I mean, when I cringe with those, you know, you learn a lot about James Pledger listening to this show, ladies.
Well, I mean, I think Mike McCarthy's responsible for that knob comment.
Well, no, don't blame Mike McCarthy. He was talking about kicking in the door, and you went straight to grabbing the knob.
I don't think he said anything about that. He was up on the front porch, and
kicking in the door.
They're not even, dude. He hasn't even knocked on the door yet. He hasn't even gotten up there where you could even breathe on the door. I'm not even sure he's on the front porch yet.
They're in the
He's
playoffs.
still on the sidewalk.
The playoffs put you on the front porch.
It's a big front porch then.
Well, I'm sure like at Dollywood, there's big porches there.
Yeah, sure are.
Well, John Robbins just texted me, don't sleep on Dollywood, went a few years ago, and it was great.
And apparently could be coming to a resort near us.
What?
Yeah, the Gaylord Properties bought, and it's not Dollywood, but Gaylord Properties bought
the JW.
The JW.
Yeah, but that's not Dollywood.
Yeah, but it could be. Isn't Gaylord in Nashville?
Well, I know that there's one of those resorts in Dallas, too.
Well, I'm just saying.
It's a wonderful thing to do during Christmas when you're in Dallas.
Really?
Yeah.
Never done that.
You know, the whole ice thing.
Yeah.
You know, they give you a coat to wear. It's
You
nice.
ice skating?
I mean, you can. And they got ice sculptures everywhere. There's this winter wonderland.
So then what do you do with the other 23 hours of the day?
Oh, there's lots of bars and restaurants.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yes.
You gotta walk around and look at ice sculptures. Oh, that's nice.
Well, it's like going to Dollywood.
They have ice sculptures
in Dollywood? Dude. Just with the slow drip.
Yeah.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
Bryce Young has officially been named QB1 of the Carolina Panthers.
Well, and why not? He's really got no competition there, right? And he is the number one draft pick. But what they were saying, Frank Reich was saying that he's already, just grasped the offense. And so he's feel like he's the best guy to do it.
Who's the backup in Carolina?
I've got it written down here somewhere in this chicken scratch, but I can't find it.
Pledge is giving me base.
Andy Dalton, that's it.
So those baseball signs to still third is supposed to be Andy Dalton?
Well, who's the
You're
other guy?
You're pointing at your head.
Matt Corral's there too.
Is his ankle still broke?
I have no idea.
All right. You don't have red hair. So I don't know if that was all right. Andy Dalton.
Former Dallas Cowboy Andy Dalton.
Sure.
He was.
Because once you play for the Cowboys, you forget about all that time in Cincinnati or the wonderful couple of minutes he played for the New Orleans Saints, or even the fact that he's from TCU or a Fighting Katy Tiger.
All of those things are true.
Yes. But he will forever be known as former Dallas Cowboy Andy Dalton.
He who got thrown into the fire.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. So Bryce Young has already beaten out Andy
Dalton. Yeah. And look, and CJ Stroud, unless he just stinks up training camp, is going to be the starter.
You would think. We're going to get into that coming up in a couple of minutes. And if you've got Texans questions, let us know. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Great story. And on the heels of seeing the reports of Bronny James having cardiac arrest on a basketball floor, DeMar Hamlin is cleared. He is a full go at Buffalo Bills training camp.
That's amazing and a great story. I'm happy about it. I just wonder, though, I mean, the first game, the first hit that Damar Hamlin makes, I mean, everybody's going to kind of hold their breath a little bit.
All right, so in all seriousness,
yeah,
I'm not trying to be funny at all. You think about a player coming back off of a knee injury. Let's go Michael Gallup. It took him a long time, he said, to mentally trust the knee. What are the mental hurdles that Damar Hamlin is going to have to go through? And I say it that way. I mean, it's one thing, all right, your leg, you can run, you could do this. You when you feel something in your knee and your foot and your arm, your shoulder, you know something doesn't feel right, and you go see the doc.
Sure.
Right? You can eat something bad and your chest is going to hurt, right? You know, I mean, and I've never had a heart attack, thankfully, but when you have one, even then you got a little indigestion, you got bad gas, it kind of hurts, you know, you sleep on your arm wrong, or you wake up and you got that feeling in your arm. Do you automatically always go to, is the ticker okay?
I would imagine that crosses your mind, I would think. I mean, and why wouldn't it? That's what I mean. I mean, that first hit in that first game for the Buffalo Bills, and I don't know whether DeMar will play in preseason or not, but that first hit is going to say a lot about his psyche.
In a game or even in practice, or if he's slow to get up.
Well, dude, they don't hit in practice anymore.
I mean, but a couple of them. I mean, you know, but again, like it's almost like if he's slow getting up, you're not thinking ankle or knee right away. You
No.
go,
Yeah.
And if you're playing against him, do you think about that as you lower your head, aiming for his chest?
I don't think so. I mean, the football is such a fast game.
Once it's going, we're going.
Yeah, I don't think you're thinking that, there's Damar Hamlin up there, I better be careful. No, I don't think so. I mean, look, once he's on the field, it is, it's football.
Yep.
But I think that first game, that first hit that he takes is going to tell a lot.
I'm just excited that he's out there and playing. I
am too.
Truly excited. Medical miracle, if you will. The idea that he wants to come back and play, which I think is huge, because it'd be easy for him to say, I'm done.
Yeah.
Right. And what an inspiration to anybody else that has gone through a cardiac arrest type situation while playing sports that doesn't end everything for you.
Right.
And he is proof of that. Because to my knowledge, I don't know of anybody else that has actually done this. Now, granted, I don't know. It's not like, a lot of people have had heart attacks with millions watching on television either.
Gosh, I don't think any of us will forget that night.
No.
Right? I mean, you won't, because it was such a surreal moment and you really didn't know what was going on for a while. And so I hope we never see that again. I don't ever want to see it again.
Absolutely.
I hope we don't.
I do. I can't wait to see Quarterback 2.
Because
the series of Quarterback on Netflix was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was so well done. Did you finally finish it?
I haven't finished it. No.
It's so well done. It's binge worthy for everybody but Reinagel. But you look at it, you go, all right, they got the first one and they got some dudes to do it. You had a Super Bowl champion in Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
You had an all right dude in Kirk Cousins, and then you had Marcus Mariota. So you had three different levels of storylines.
Right.
I don't know yet if that was by design or if those were the three guys that just said yes, right?
Could be.
You read a little bit of both. Like, well, let's target a guy that's going to get benched in the middle of the year. That's compelling television. You kind of get lucky. Same with Patrick Mahomes. You get lucky that we picked a guy that we think could win the Super Bowl, but he actually goes and is the MVP. So this year, I would think it would be a lot more easy for the producers of Quarterback to get guys to say, yeah, I'm down with that. Yet Jalen Hurts reportedly has already turned them down. Matt Stafford reportedly has already turned them down.
Well, I mean, you've got to give up a year of your life and some of your privacy, right? You're going to have cameras following you around for an entire football season.
But based on what we've seen with the show, it's not like those guys are there 24/7. They showed up at the house a couple times Wednesday at 6, like Kirk Cousins' wife. She sat down, all her interviews, same seat, same dress, everything that she's wearing is the same, right? For her interviews. And it was probably an hour or two at the house on a random day that ends in Y, right? And some of the locker room, it's not like there was stuff every day that they were there. So it seems a little bit more controlled than, say, Hard Knocks.
I mean, you don't have to sell me on it. I would say yes, because they're probably paying these guys. They're not doing it for free.
Of course.
Right? So, yeah, but obviously Jalen Hurts, in the article that I read about him, he was saying he plans on sometime in the future of kind of writing his own story, and he doesn't want to sell it to Netflix at this point in time. Now, maybe at some point he will. So
it's
there's
all a
that
business
part of
decision.
it. Right. There's all that part of it too. So he would have been a good one, I think. And Matthew Stafford would have been good too, but there's still some other guys. I still don't believe Aaron Rodgers is in the mix.
No,
I really don't. And quite frankly, I don't want to see Aaron Rodgers.
But it would be interesting.
Well, maybe.
It would be interesting.
Only if they follow him down into the hole. Then that's what I want to see. I want to see what the hell is down in that hole.
I believe the idea, when you go in the hole, you're digitally unplugged. So having camera crews there kind of goes against the idea of the digital decompression.
But it would give us a glimpse of the life of Aaron Rodgers.
Do you really want to see a guy doing ayahuasca and doing all the cleansing that he's doing?
No.
I mean, you go down there and you're on a toilet with massive diarrhea for 3 days.
Is there a toilet?
I mean, again, I don't really need to know that.
I mean, you may just have a shovel. You dig a hole in the hole,
He
poop
makes
in there,
way
and then
too
cover
much
it
money
up.
for that. There's still 2-ply.
I don't know, man. That guy's a strange dude.
It's the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Houston Texans training camp officially underway. If you're a Texan fan, is the excitement level this year higher than it's ever been? We'll dive into that as we continue here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You know, injuries do happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get straight to an Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday, on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing. Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. If you're injured, get to an Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
It's $1,400 to training camp. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Beginning Monday, the guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio sports star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio sports star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and sasportstar.com.
When you're drinking a frozen beverage from McDonald's, your brain may not like how refreshingly cold it is. But the rest of your body, oh yes, it's gonna relish every moment of it. Because there are drinks. Then there are drinks from McDonald's.
There's no better way to cool down than with this cool deal. Get a medium frozen Coke, frozen Dr. Pepper, or frozen Fanta for just $1.79. Prices at participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It can happen in an instant. A car accident can change your life forever, from serious injuries to mounting medical bills to battling insurance companies. Accidents make life harder than it should be. If you've been in an accident, George Salinas Injury Lawyers are here for you. They're local, experienced, and ready to fight for results that make a difference. If you've been injured, don't call just any lawyer. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers at 210-225-0909 or visit georgesalinas.com.
George gets
justice.
It's patio season, so get over to the Roo Pub at 281 and Redland Road to enjoy the great South Texas weather. As always, ice cold beer and specialty drinks, happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6, and the kitchen is open late until 2 a.m. every day. Add the Roo Pub into your lunch rotation with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. You know there is no better place to watch a game, and they always have all the fights. The Roo Pub next to the Angry Elephant, 281 and Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Don't give in to that constant joint pain. Take control. Take back your quality of life today with help from QC Kinetics. Hey, it's James Pledger with 941 San Antonio Sports Star, and QC Kinetics is helping people every day here and across the country with their amazing non-surgical treatments that repair and restore damaged joint tissue. They use the latest advances in regenerative medicine, taking your own body's healing agents and concentrating them right in the area where you have agonizing pain. This incredible non-invasive approach helps you take control of your body, relieving the pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back. No invasive surgery, no harmful drugs or steroids, and best of all, no downtime. Listen, summertime needs to be about having fun, making memories, whether it's golfing, hiking, skiing, enjoying the outdoors. Take control now and start living life pain-free again. Call now for your free consultation with QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. 210-571-0318. Locations in Hollywood Park, Westover Hills, and New Braunfels.
It's another Wemby Wednesday.
I can't forget that video of the Roo Pub, the people who were watching live at the lottery, the excitement, the explosion of happiness.
On San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. The Houston Texans start their training camp officially today. And they're already they're signing guys. Titus Howard, 3 years, $56 million. I saw a tweet from John Lopez, who works at Sports Radio 610 in Houston. John went to MacArthur. He's a San Antonio guy, but he's been in Houston forever. And he had a tweet earlier this morning that he's starting his, 34th NFL training camp, 22nd with the Texans. Not since the early 90s Oilers do I remember this kind of anticipation for a training camp. And it's true. I was talking about that the other day with Indy Kalu, who's going to be our Texans insider this year on the Blitz. Not that we're officially announcing anything yet, but they did finally announce he's doing all this stuff with Texans television this year, and he's going to do a lot of stuff with the Texans this year, and he's going to come on with us during the season. Official announcement soon. Love ND.
Yeah.
But he and I were talking about the same thing. There is a buzz about this Houston Texans team that, honestly, I don't remember being associated with the Texans, even when they were good, when you had the Brian Cushings and the J.J. Watts and Arian Foster and Matt Schaub, and they were playoff teams all the time. There wasn't this kind of buzz, and everybody knows this still is not going to be a good football team. And when it comes to like wins and losses and being a playoff team, it feels.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Well, I mean, but they've got a buzz around their training camp as if they're a Super Bowl team, even though nobody would put money on them to win the Super Bowl. Is that a better way to put it?
Sure. D'Amico Ryan. That's the reason. Everybody is pumped that this guy is the head coach of that football team. He is, I would say he's ahead of that buzz. Then, of course, C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson in the draft that they had. But they've got some players. Look, I've heard some national folks talking about, I don't know what the over and under is for the Texans, 5.5, 6.5.
Something like that.
Saying, hey, we'll take it over. I mean, look at that division that they're in. Jacksonville's obviously the cream of the crop. I don't know what Tennessee's going to do. Indianapolis, you don't know what they're going to do. I could sincerely see Houston winning 7 or 8 ball games this year. I think they've got some talent offensively and defensively, and I could see that team making some noise. Will they make it to the playoffs? Probably not, but I can certainly see them winning some football games this year.
When you think about D'Amico Ryans, and I believe part of the excitement is it has just been so bad. If you've ever wanted to know what rock bottom is, look at the Houston Texans
Sure.
the last couple of years.
Yep.
And you feel bad for guys like a David Coley and a Lovie Smith who were really given no opportunity. Here's a straight jacket, now go coach a team.
None.
And then you hire D'Amico, the excitement level. You feel like the draft, Nick Caserio is spending money. The McNairs are allowing them to spend money. You get a CJ Stroud. You all right, so now you got a quarterback. You got a good running back. You don't have receivers. With D'Amico Ryans as head coach, you expect the defense to play their ass off. Hopefully they can actually tackle and be good, but you just feel like with a guy like D'Amico, and it has, I think, more to do with what he was as a player for the Texans than what he was as a coordinator for San Francisco. But you combine the two. D'Amico was a fan favorite when he played there. Now he's the head coach.
Right.
And then you're the head coach, but also with a resume of what you did while with San Francisco. And there's the start of your excitement level. We know this is a building process. Like, all right, we're building a house. The slab is down and they put up the framework, and you go and you look at it and you're sitting there and you're looking at a bunch of wood and you go, all right, I can see the vision of what we're trying to build here. And that's exciting. That's what it feels like is what is going on right now in Houston.
Well, it's all D'Amico, in my opinion. It's all him. He came in. That was the best hire that the Houston Texans could have made. Bar none, they couldn't have hired anybody any better than they did. Immediately when he was hired, the buzz started right there. And then they had the excitement of the draft that they had with CJ Stroud, and then bam, turning right around and trading up to get Will Anderson. All of those things, they've made all the right moves so far. You got John Mechie now, who apparently is ready to go. Everybody says at camp today, at practice, was running around, no problems. He's been fully cleared. And I just think they have the makings. And with a guy, sometimes a guy like D'Amico Ryans can get more out of players than other coaches can.
Okay.
And I think D'Amico Ryans is that guy. And I think we're going to see a Texans team, depending on CJ Stroud, because I still firmly believe he's going to be the starter week one. How is he going to do in the NFL? How is he going to play? How many growing pains is he going to have? If he plays just average to good football, I think this team wins some games that nobody else is giving them a chance to do.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776, call or text. I'm not surprised, but I am, that the Texans haven't named a starting quarterback. And I say that because everybody else has, right? These rookies coming in, all right, you're the starter. And one of the reasons I think you name a starter this early in camp is because you want to make sure that rookie, that high draft pick, is getting all the first team reps. So when you go in and you haven't named a starter, you are going to see split reps with the first team offense between CJ Case and Davis Mills. Now, if we all of a sudden we see, CJ's getting all the first team reps, I don't care what the coach has said, he's been told he's the starting quarterback. But I think one of the reasons why you're seeing coaches name him early, they're saying all the right things. He's ready. He's good in film. He's mini camp, but it's all about getting the first team reps with the limited number of practices that you get to see if they're ready to be an opening day starter. And that's the one area where I'm a little surprised that CJ hasn't been named the starter yet. Name him the starter, give him all the first team reps, or don't name him the starter, give him all the first team reps. And if he's not ready, as you get ready closer to the start of the regular season, whether it's Case or Davis Mills, then you let them get the first team reps going in. But they've been there, done that.
Well, and exactly. And Davis Mills, look, I still think this poor kid got a bum rap with the Houston Texans. I really believe that he's better than he's getting credit for, certainly. Having said all of that, if CJ Stroud, unless he just falls off the face of the earth during training camp, is going to be the starter for this football team. I get what you're saying, but I think likes competition. He's a football player and has come up through all of that. And I think going out there and letting everybody else see too, and I think that's a big part of it. Everybody's going to look at CJ and they're going to be able to see what he can do, how he throws the football, and going to clamor, hey, CJ's the guy. And I think that's a part of the game that they play. Now you look at the Carolina Panthers. What else do they have? They got nothing. And they really have no choice. What are you going to Andy Dalton?
Andy Dalton.
They got a pretty talented squad. So, look, you have to start Bryce Young there. And so for them, I think it's an easier decision to make publicly than it is for the Houston Texans at this point in time.
You get 20 days of practice during training camp for the Texans. On day one, C.J. Stroud and Davis Mills rotated first-team reps. Davis Mills was the first team during the team one period. Stroud was first team for team two. So at least at the beginning of training camp, Davis Mills, last year's starter, starts training camp as the guy. And maybe that's D'Amico Ryan saying, you have this job. Can you keep this job?
Yeah.
And you get the most out of Davis Mills with that competition there.
Absolutely.
And C.J. Stroud certainly is going to have to go earn it.
Absolutely. And that's exactly that's the point I'm making when it comes to D'Amico Ryans. I think he is a football player who had to compete for his position, and he's not just going to hand the reins over to a C.J. Stroud just day one because he was the second overall pick. And I don't think Davis Mills is just going to say, well, I'm fine with CJ. He was drafted high, and so I'll give him the job. He's going to work his butt off and fight his butt off to make sure that he gets an adequate chance to win that starting job.
It's the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star up in Oxnard, out in Oxnard, however you want to phrase it. We already saw earlier Dak Prescott tipped ball interception. Has there been too much talk about interceptions this offseason? Mike McCarthy was asked that earlier today. We'll tell you what he said as we continue here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Can't wait to stand out there on the sidelines of Oxnard and be able to see perfectly clear what the Cowboys are doing out there. It's going to be so much fun. Not only that, when I'm doing my work on the computer, perfectly clear. And it's all thanks to my new friends out at Parkhurst New Vision. They have completely changed my life. I had a eye lens replacement surgery 2 weeks ago, and they took the natural lens out of my right eye. They put in a nice fancy new one that they can adjust. In fact, I've got to go back when we get back from Oxnard to get that final adjustment, and I cannot wait. But already I see better than I have in 30 years. I can read a menu at a restaurant, read my computer, all without readers or glasses. I haven't worn glasses now for 2 weeks, and it has been fantastic. My eyes were checked thoroughly, and, well, they had to make sure that I was a candidate. I got an honest assessment, and only one of my eyes needed to be worked on. The surgeon was fantastic, Dr. Nasser, and he was great. All the folks there at Parkhurst New Vision are fantastic. Make you feel special the moment you walk through the doors. So if you want to get rid of your glasses or just want to get your eyes checked out to see if you're a candidate, give them a call, 210-585-2020. You can also check them out online at sanantoniolasic.com for a variety of services like the lens replacement that I had, LASIK, and cataract surgery. All of it's going to change the way you see the world. It's Parkhurst New Vision. Give them a call. See if they can change your life the way they've changed mine. 210-585-2020.
It's R&R in the morning.
Thursday on R&R in the morning, Congress is meddling in the NIL. That's the last thing we need. We continue San Antonio Sports Stars countdown to Cowboy Camp.
Zach Martin watch, day 4. Is Martin going to show up anytime soon? Cowboy Camp continues. We'll talk about it. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
"Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis."
if these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist. Ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried new Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
MVP's bonus days are back at Lowe's. Find special savings on top brands like DeWalt. Right now, save $60 when you buy a DeWalt impact driver or drill for just $99 each. Plus, MVP's Pro Rewards members will earn 3 times the bonus points when shopping the Pro Zone. Shop in-store and online today. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. DeWalt offer valid 7/17 through 8/2. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 7/28. Subject to change.
Freshness made easy with Febreze Small Spaces.
Want continuous freshness that fights odors with no batteries and no outlets? Try Febreze Small Spaces. Ah, but what's a small space? To answer that, we brought in our lawyer.
Small spaces include, but are not limited to, bathrooms, closets, laundry room, kid room, pet corners, man cave, she sheds, most nooks, and all crannies.
There you go. Febreze Small Spaces is the world's most convenient. Febreze Small Spaces is super convenient and never stops freshening for 45 days.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Viking, providing all-inclusive voyages on rivers, oceans, and lakes around the world. Designed for curious travelers with interest in science, history, culture, and cuisine. Viking Chairman Torsten Hagen often says, Viking offers experiences for the thinking person, with no children and no casinos on board. Learn more at Viking.com. That's Viking.com.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like choosing Derek Jeter as the pinch hitter for your baseball team.
Jeter, you're in. We need a home run.
I'll give it a try. I've swung a bat once or twice.
That's out of here. Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
There's a right way and a wrong way to fight off mosquitoes. Karate chopping the air in a public place in front of your kids and their friends, Mom, is the wrong way. Using Stem mosquito repellent is the right way. Stem effectively repels mosquitoes by harnessing active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and peppermint, making it safe for use as directed around people and pets. Stem, rooted in nature, optimized by science, and embarrassment-free.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. If you've done any grilling over the last couple of days, over last weekend, make sure you upload those great meat photos of that great meat on your grill. SASportsStar.com, the Grilling with the Blitz page, because tomorrow we will judge meat tomorrow and give away a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market.
Love doing that on Thursday, judging meat, giving away $50 of Tri-County's money.
Absolutely. And everything there is so good. I know.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I'm excited about tonight because my wife texted earlier. She's going to go by Tri-County and pick up some fajitas for tonight.
Oh, nice.
Well, last night we went to a place downtown called Carique or something like that.
Carique.
It's in the Pearl.
Uh-huh.
And well, I got a steak. And but they had as an appetizer burnt end nachos.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
That sounds good.
If I go back to that place, I'm just getting 2 orders of that as my main course.
Uh-huh.
They do, I don't know what the Mexican style barbecuing, like their pits are in the ground. They bring the meat up. They've got all kinds of stuff on the menu. Their brisket, one of the guys we were with had the brisket, Ryan did. And the brisket was good, but they serve it in like this bed of sauce, but it wasn't like barbecue sauce. It was, I don't know. And I don't like sauce on my brisket anyway. Good brisket doesn't need sauce. The brisket tasted great. The sauce to me kind of ruined it. So I'm glad I didn't order the brisket. And I went burn in nachos as an appetizer and then ordered their steak because, it's a steak.
Right.
But those burnt end nachos were incredible.
Well, we'll have to try that out. Now I can see. So you tried the brisket. Do you guys just like pass your plates around, let everybody try? It seems a little weird, but if that's good with you, that's good with you.
It wasn't really that, but there was so much food. You want to try this? Yeah, cut me off a little piece right there.
All right.
You can do that when you're with good friends.
I got you.
It's called sharing, Joe.
All right. Well,
don't be a selfish, but
even with good friends, that's cool.
But their beans, their borracho beans were incredible.
It sounds like a great place.
And there was so much of it. We took them home, and so it was like, you know what we're doing tomorrow? We're going to use these leftover beans and get some fajitas, and that's going to be a good, what's today? Wednesday night.
Yeah, no, it sounds good. And I don't know what we're planning to do, but I hope Maggie's listening.
I'll see you at 7:30.
Yeah.
I'll share. I'll share.
That's cool. That's cool.
You think about next week, we're in Oxnard for our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage.
Yep.
One of the topics all off season was Dak Prescott and 15 interceptions. The quote, misquote, who knows? I won't have 10 this year, but a big part of his interception total was tipped interceptions. Some of those are on the quarterback because get in an area where it can't get tipped up. Others, they just bounce off the hands. I didn't see video of this earlier. Just a couple people tweeting. A pass went off the hands of Simi Fehoko and got intercepted. Here we go again.
Right.
Mike McCarthy was asked before today's practice, was there? It just chokes me up thinking about Dak and the interceptions.
Right? Yes.
It just does. But has there been too much talk about all the interceptions?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I could go back and show you Alex Van Pelt's interception report from 1989. It's always been done the same way. I mean, you get the season, your season's over, you evaluate you really get the negative stuff out of the way. So when you are able to get together, you address them. And to me, that's always been the basics of coaching a quarterback. I mean, that's just the way I learned it. That's the way I've always done it. So understand the amount of conversation around it. But I really don't look at his particular performance any different than any other year. I'm well aware of the numbers, but we're going to evaluate every throw in season, when it happens, in practice when it happens, and so it's a daily evaluation process. And and I think we all understand that we may look at it a little differently than others look at it, and that's part of it. That's part of our business and playing under a microscope. But I'm very comfortable with that. I mean, he didn't like it, not necessarily he didn't like it, but we talked about it the other day, and it just said, hey, there's going to be a time where he's going to maybe throw 2 interceptions early in the game, and that's going to be a great moment for us to learn from, because that adversity is coming. You don't compete in this league and not have adversity on and off the field. It's not realistic. And so that's part of the everyday grind as a quarterback. You have to have moments that you just continue to play and don't let it affect you. And then as a play caller, I have to stay aggressive and things like that. So interceptions postseason, they're really a great opportunity to learn from. So, and that's just the way I've always done it. That's the way it's always been broken down. So, and it was no different this year.
Well, I tell you what, Jason, I'm looking at the video of the interception right now. And the pass hit Simi Fehoko right on the hands. And if Fajoko's trying to make this football team, that's a bad look. It was a great pass by Dak off the hands of Fehoko, right into the hands of the corner, the rookie. But that was certainly, and I'm not a Dak defender, but this one, man, I don't know. Dak did everything but catch the football for him.
And you have to believe, and you just heard Mike McCarthy say it, they look at it differently than we do, and they understand they're in a microscope, and 15 is 15. But they're the only ones that truly know who the interception is on, right? They're the only ones that know, all right, that was a route that was run poorly. That was a block that was missed, forced an early throw. You just wonder when they get into those meetings, do they have a different number that they'll never tell us? For Dak, this many was on you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jerry Jones was talking this morning and said something along the lines of, yeah, he's not happy with the 15 interceptions either. And there are things you expect, but, the unexpected is what's always there. You don't expect that from Dak Prescott. You don't expect that this year either. And when you look at his history, 15 interceptions was a ridiculously high number. The reasons are why. Mike McCarthy knows those reasons, and you hear that answer. They're not putting 15 on Dak Prescott. Now, I don't know what the real number is. 10, 7. Because there's some that all of us like, dude, how do you do that? That one against the Eagles. What the hell were you thinking? Right. But the confidence level is there. Now, wide receivers have to do their part too. In practice today, Fehoko didn't. One of the other things that the Cowboys plan on doing with this new offense, according to Mike McCarthy, moving those receivers around a little bit.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, definitely. I think, just like anything, a big part of having, elite playmakers is, it's the same conversation we have all the time in here about Micah. If you line up, an elite player, a playmaker in the same spot all the time, it's easier for the opposition to try to take them away. So, one of the things, because, obviously with Brandon being new, watching, his route tree and, particularly the menu that he's really excelled at in his past experiences, we obviously pay close attention to that. So, and it's really the same conversation with Michael Gallup. We don't want to just line Michael up at the X spot all the time too. So, these answers really fall in the area of details I'm talking about. The concept may be the same, but you may have different players lining up in different spots to excel at that. Because at the end of the day, like I remind our guys, time and time again, I've never seen a quarterback get fired for not, for having bad run game footwork, or spending too much time in the run game, but at the end of the day, it's about throwing the football. It's about winning 2-minute drills and so forth. So the connection between the quarterback and the route running of the perimeter group is a major focus for us.
Well, and it should be. And I like what he's saying there. He's saying all the right things and moving people around and doing all that stuff. Look, this route that Fehoko ran that I watched over and over again, it was just a quick little in route. And he had the guy beat. The pass was right there, and it's off his hands. Look, everybody's got to do their job, right? And when I look at this, and even last year, and look, I'm not going to sit here and say all 15 of those were on Dak. I don't know how many were, how many weren't. When it comes to running the wrong route, that's another thing. But these guys have got to be on the same page. That's what concerned me more about anything. Dak and CD both saying, well, we just weren't on the same page. And it's like,
that can't be.
How in the hell does that happen? So that can't be. They were on the same page in the video I just watched because Fehoko ran the route perfectly. It just bounced right off his hands. That can't happen.
It's the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. The last couple of days, some from the UTSA Roadrunner football team were up in Dallas at the AAC Media Days. Frank Harris, who feels like he's on top of the world, talked about some of the darkest days he has been this offseason. We'll explain as we continue here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. As we get ready for training camp, you've heard me talk a lot about BraintreeNutrition.com. and their great sleep aid called Restore. I'm sleeping better than I ever have, sleeping through the night consistently. It's been a game changer for me. Was talking to a guy yesterday who said, thanks for telling me about the BraintreeNutrition.com, because he is sleeping well. And he said, even if I get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, I can go right back to sleep. That wasn't the case for him for the last several years. That is what BraintreeNutrition.com can do in their product line that was designed, and the company is run by 12-year NFL vet Andrew Sandejo and some of his former Rice buddies. What they have there at BraintreeNutrition.com for their overall brain health, and all their product lines at BraintreeNutrition.com, including their new Brain Water, not your average electrolyte stick pack. It's zero sugar, zero caffeine hydration formula designed to keep you hydrated while also boosting your brain function. Not only will Brain Water keep you hydrated, it can enhance your focus, elevate your mood, and even help with your hangover. Brain Water stands out as a smart choice for sustained focus and energy due to its zero sugar, zero caffeine formulation. So you're not going to get that energy crash like you would with a sugary energy drink or caffeinated beverages. So make Brain Water your go-to hydration choice and experience the synergy of smart hydration for your brain and your body. Learn more online at BrainTreeNutrition.com. You can order online as well. BrainTreeNutrition.com.
It's $1,400 to trading camp. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Beginning Monday, the guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio sports star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio sports star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and SASportsStar.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FIND to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FIND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FIND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing. Ortho now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Texas, the Mega Millions jackpot is over $700 million, and you can now buy official Texas lottery tickets right from your phone with jackpot.com. Go to jackpot.com, choose your lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, get a free ticket with your first play. Get in on the action. Go to jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Go to jackpot.com. That's jackpot.com. Jackpot.com.
Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Thursday on R&R in the Morning, we continue the San Antonio Sports Star countdown to Cowboys camp. Of course, the Zach Martin watch. And oh, Lord, Congress is meddling in the NIL. That's the last thing. Now back to the Blitz, where Joe has on pink shorts. Who the hell does he think he is? Me?
Trying to get in, you know. If I could be just a little like Rudy, I'd be happy. Yeah, Rudy J, man, he's the man.
Interesting finger placement for that statement. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. The UTSA Roadrunners, couple days away from starting practice, getting their season underway, voted second in the media poll to finish in the American behind Tulane. They've got a new battle cry this year. You know, every year it's something. This year, Jeff Traylor says it's DMGB.
We're going with it doesn't matter, get better. I mean, it's just, I guess that'd be DMGB. That's our hashtag. And it just, no matter what, like I saw, you know, we have, the most players preseason all conference. Doesn't matter, get better. We're picked second. Doesn't matter, get better. Won 23 games the last 2 years. Doesn't matter, get better. So I know it's kind of corny and just gives us a way to, our first year, we just tried to get our brand established. That second year was, don't eat the cheese. Third one is bull don't care. This year, it doesn't matter, get better. I know it's silly, but it's just kind of a way for us to refocus and all stay speaking the same language.
Yeah, it's not silly. I like it. But what I don't understand, the media voted UTSA second.
Mm-hmm.
The poll that came out earlier had UTSA as number one. Now, Traylor probably likes this one better because, nobody wants to be on top in preseason polls.
Doesn't matter, get better.
That's it.
Doesn't matter, get better. And that applies to quarterback Frank Harris.
Yeah.
Frank Harris seemingly on top of the world. I mean, if he was running against Ron Nirenberg for mayor right now, Frank Harris would win hands down. He seems to be on top of the world as he comes back for his 17th year at UTSA. Seventh,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Seventh.
I know. But back-to-back championships, coming in, leading this team. Surprisingly, according to Greg Luca in the San Antonio Express News, this offseason, he went through, in his words, some of his darkest days. After the year, and we hadn't heard about any of this, he was supposed to go into and have a little minor surgery on his knee. Little cleanup.
Yeah.
He actually thought about doing the procedure during their open week in October, but instead waited until the end of the year. The operation led to an infection that had to be addressed through another emergency procedure, putting Frank Harris on bed rest for 2 to 3 weeks. Quote, "It was probably the hardest thing I've been through my whole life. Honestly, it was rough. It was the darkest days of my life. I was crying every day. It was rough," end quote.
That's tough. And for a guy like Frank Harris, though, who has, that guy has come back from adversity time and time and time again. It doesn't surprise me that he's come back. But, I mean, having gone through everything he's gone through, I would imagine that, you see this and it's like, here we go again. And so I could see where they would be some of the darkest days that he's gone through. I mean, this kid has overcome so much in his young life that, I mean, I could certainly see it.
It's so, I mean, he said he didn't go into any details according to the Express News article, except for it was preventable, whatever that means, knowing that it could have been prevented. So his offseason reduced a lot of film study, although Jeff Traylor said he's like his old self again, back to almost 100% as they get ready to open up fall camp. But you think about this offseason for Frank Harris, the big NIL deals that he has taken on, the celebrity status that he has attained here in San Antonio. And to my knowledge, the UTSA has done a hell of a job of keeping this quiet. He has done a hell of a job, because I did not know that he had another knee surgery. I think just what I can remember from his days at Clemens and, at UTSA, I'm thinking he's had 4 or 5 knee surgeries that I can think of, and a couple of shoulder surgeries. And who knows how many other times he's gone under the knife, because I certainly didn't know about this.
Well, I tell you what, Frank Harris is one of the toughest dudes I've ever met. And just looking at him and all the stuff that he's overcome, it's just incredible. And I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he goes out on top. I hope UTSA has so much success this year because of Frank Harris. Well, he's just a guy you root for. You do.
He is. And no matter what you think, because he's always smiling, always seemingly in a good mood. And this kind of goes back to, you never know what somebody is going through.
Exactly right.
He says in the paper, quote, "I really stayed in my room for 3 days in the darkness, just sitting there by myself thinking." And it's just like, wow, lot going on there.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
UTSA football right around the corner. And by the way, they're promoting some new gear. The 210 logo.
Pretty cool.
It is cool. I ordered the shirt and it says it's already on back order. So I don't know when I'm going to get that new shirt.
Well, they actually kick off next week.
Their practices?
Their practices next week.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Football's here, man. I love it.
Cannot wait.
Yep.
From the George Salinas Personal Injury Attorney Studios, this is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville. KTFM Floresville. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Jerry Jones finally saying something about the Zach Martin situation. Of course, Zach Martin not in camp. He hopes for a new contract. But Jerry told Sports Illustrated today, quote, "This isn't reflective of Zach. It's just that you have to rely on the integrity of your contract." Houston Texans have kicked off training camp and signed one of their offensive linemen to a new deal. Titus Howard got a 3-year, $56 million contract.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Glad to have you along on this Wednesday afternoon.
It's Wednesday already.
Wemby Wednesday.
Hump day. Mike. What day is it? I love that commercial. It's got to be one of the best commercials of all time.
Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, people like us. All right. And we certainly do appreciate that.
Absolutely.
We found out today the Blitz was voted the 3rd best radio show in San Antonio, according to the readers of the San Antonio Current.
Wow.
And I was voted 3rd best sports personality behind Greg Popovich and Chuck Carreau.
Well, that's good.
For those that voted, we thank you. I knew that we made the ballot, right? Because the way the Current does theirs, you get nominated and then you make the final ballot. And then I completely forgot about this thing because the voting it's been a while.
It has.
And we got an email from Iris in our office congratulating us, and we were like, for what? Oh, here's a link. Oh, there we are. We're in the current.
Well, that's pretty cool. And, no shame in finishing behind Greg Popovich.
Well, Pop and Chuck Carreau.
Oh, he's a great dude.
Absolutely.
Great guy.
And so, and on the radio side, Billy Madison got number 1.
Right.
And some show from KSYM got number 2.
Now, what is KSYM?
It's the college radio station at SAC.
Okay.
Which is great. I love KSYM.
Yeah, okay,
And
great.
the different shows that they have. It's fun every year, although I haven't done it since COVID. But they used to get people that are SAC alumni types, even though I didn't graduate. But, you show up and you get to play DJ and play your own music and help them raise money every year.
Nice.
That's always a lot of fun.
Well, I can Metallica. Is it like an hour of Metallica?
It's a little bit of everything.
Uh-huh.
It's like T-Bone Chefs plays, his T-Bone Pride and Cuts, on
Yeah.
a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, which is good listening. So
Nice.
So if
nice.
you
Well,
voted,
thanks.
If you voted for us in the current poll, thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We really do. Because, nothing without you guys.
Well, but I'm looking through on their website. Best barbecue was the Smoke Shack. 2M number 2, and Pinkerton's comes in at number 3.
Wow. Now, I haven't been to the Smoke Shack or the other one you mentioned.
2M?
2M.
You need to get out more.
I guess so.
Smoke Shack is over here off Broadway.
It is?
And they're good, but they're very proud of their barbecue.
Well, I
But
kind of like the barbecue station.
barbecue
right here,
station is probably my number 1 go-to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although the brisket mac and cheese at Smoke Shack is
good, huh?
Oh yeah, it's
All right.
it's good. Best breakfast tacos.
Uh-huh.
The Original Donut Shop on Fredericksburg Road.
Wow.
Pete's Taco House on Brooklyn Avenue.
Uh-huh.
And Panchitos.
Haven't been to any of those for breakfast tacos. Have you?
No.
Okay.
I've probably been to the donut shop.
Well, that's got to be inside Loop 410, right?
Yeah.
Because I practically live on Fredericksburg Road for 25 years at Ken's 5, and I don't recall where that is.
Best burger is Burger Boy. And I'm down with that.
Okay.
Buns Handcrafted Burgers is number 2. It says multiple locations.
All right.
I don't know that I've heard of Buns.
No.
No. And it says multiple locations.
Okay.
I don't know that in fact, I've never heard of Buns. Chris Madrid's comes in at number 3.
Chris Madrid's is always on the list, and
Mhm.
it's always solid.
Exactly. But you look at those who vote, are you voting for something that you've actually been to, or are they rallying the troops?
I don't know.
Like this show, I don't want to sound. We know when we're nominated for things like these, whether it's the Express News Reader's Choice or this one, we never come on the air or go on our social and say vote for us.
Right.
We those that do, great.
Yeah,
but
that's
I know a lot of restaurants and stuff that vote for us, and so sometimes you wonder, okay, did they just get out and get the vote, or are they really that good? But I mean, I've never heard of Buns. I'm gonna seek them out when we get back from Oxnard and try them.
We'll have to try it.
Exactly. Best chicken fried steak.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Josephine Street.
Okay. I never had a chicken fried steak there, but I've had a damn good steak at Josephine Street.
And that's what I'm thinking. And it's been a while since I've been to Josephine Street.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But I'm not going there and getting a chicken fried steak when I can get a ribeye.
You can get a great steak there.
Good Time Charlie's is at number 2.
Okay.
MK Davis is number 3.
I agree with all of those.
Yeah, those are all good. I'm just kind of scrolling through some of these that I think are a little bit more.
My problem with MK Davis is you drink too many of those schooners of ice cold beer.
Well, it's called self-control, Mr. Ryan.
Well, that's I
it's-
lack that
it's-
in some respects.
It's also called Uber.
Well, true.
But when you get a good schooner of beer, it's right there. Best fried chicken.
Okay.
Bill Miller. Bill Miller Barbecue wins best fried chicken.
I don't know.
Chapman's Chicken is at number 2. Earl Abel's is at number 3.
I kind of like Southerly's.
I'm not a fan of the Southerly's fried
No,
chicken, to
see,
be honest
I
with
like
you.
it.
But if I'm going fried chicken, I'm not thinking of Like I was in a barbecue place last night that gave me a cloth napkin. You can't be a barbecue joint with cloth napkins, right? With that, right? Not that you needed the knife for the brisket, but I just thought that was odd. Gus's fried chicken to me, hands down, is right up there.
All right.
I love Gus's fried chicken. Let's see who else is on here. Here you go. Here's one for you, Joe. The best hot dog.
All right, what is it?
The Dog Father.
Now, I've heard of that place, but I've never been there.
There's a Dog Father, and it says multiple locations. I only knew of the one that's down on San Pedro.
Okay.
I've been to that one, and it's good.
Now, we're going to have to try it. I'm going to have to try that.
Yes. Chicago hot dogs on Jones Maltzberger. That's good. Although I'm still kind of a fan of the Wrigleyville place over by Park North, by the Comedy Club. But the number 3 on the list, El Chunky.
El Chunky?
I've never heard of El Chunky down on South Presa.
All right, well, we're going to have to try that one. That one sounds really good. And so that's got to be on our list because, we need to get out again at least once a month or so and go check out places that we haven't been to.
Well, and again, though, and I don't know what else is on the menu at El Chunky's, but I would like to think there's something better than a hot dog on the list on the menu at El Chunky's.
How do you do any better than a hot dog? You got a good hot dog, you've got everything. I mean, that's all you need. Had a good chili dog at Kickapoo the other night.
It was Kickapoo and you ordered a chili dog?
Dude, it was awesome. Comes in, it was delicious.
Okay.
Just saying.
All right. I'll scroll through. Let's see. Best pizza?
Yeah.
Matanga's Pizzeria? Again, says multiple locations.
Never heard of it.
I've never heard of them. Grimaldi's at number 2 and Doe is number 3.
What's 3?
Doe Pizzeria.
Don't know that one.
You've probably been to Doe.
I have.
You're uppity. You've been to Doe.
Went to Royal Pizza. You know that place right there?
On Huebner?
On Huebner.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good, but we got their special pizza, and it had this white sauce all over it.
Like Alabama White Lightning sauce?
I don't know what it was, but what was good about it, it was like a meat lovers, but it had the, what do you call the lamb meat? The Greek dish that.
Like hero meat?
Yeah. That. Had that on it.
That's kind of interesting.
It was good, except for that white sauce. And if I knew they had that,
was
I would
sour cream, sir.
No, it wasn't, but it was like that. I would have said that you can leave that off.
Best sandwiches: Gino's Deli over on Huebner.
Okay.
WD and Zito's.
All right.
Best seafood was Smash and Crab, then Pompadour's and Sea Island.
Yeah, well, Sea Island's pretty solid. Right, it's pretty solid. I haven't been to Smashing Crab. It just opened up there, I guess, off I-10 in the Colonnade, or at least that's the one that I know about.
Yeah. So those that voted, appreciate it. I've been looking through. I knew wings were in there. I'm very curious to see where wings are on the list. Best wings: Wingstop, Wayne's Wings, and Wing Daddies.
I totally agree with that. Wingstop is the best by far.
Have you been to Wayne's Wings?
No.
Right over here, right around the corner of the radio station.
They're good, huh? Well, it's hard to beat the Roo Pub, too, I'll be honest with you.
Well, yes, I totally agree with that. But, all of these are just straight up wing spots. I would have put Wayne's Wings over Wingstop, but I do like
Wayne's Wings, Wayne's Wings, Wayne's Wings.
How about some breaking news on the Blitz? According to Pete Thamel, Colorado is in discussions about a move to the Big 12, and the school has just completed a board meeting and scheduled another tomorrow to discuss the move. The Big 12 also holding a president's meeting tonight where they're expected to be an expansion update. And again, Colorado is one. Who is going to be the school that goes with Colorado to the Big 12?
Interesting, but not surprising. I'm surprised that we're so close to the season that they would announce this, because obviously it's not going to be this season.
No, but next year as Texas and OU move.
Yeah.
But again, Pac-12 had their media day last Friday. Everybody else does 2 days. The Pac-12 decides we're going to do 1 day, and it's going to be in Vegas, and it's going to be on a Friday. So you heard nothing out of the Pac-12 media day. and really it was a morning session because everybody went to the casino after lunch. But they didn't get their broadcast rights deal done. And Primetime says, we're moving on to something bigger and better. Colorado coming back to the Big 12.
You got to think that the Pac-12's in serious trouble.
Yes.
I mean, serious trouble when it comes to that. I've got some more news. Ian Rappaport says Donovan Wilson, who was carted off at practice today, suffered a calf strain.
Good.
That's what he's saying. But Rappaport says those can take time.
Well, they can, but it's July.
It sounds like it's not serious.
We've got. I'd much rather hear strain than tore, surgery, and
right.
Calf strain. That's the best news you could hear after you heard injury, frustrated, cart. Calf strain.
Yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Must have been painful, though.
Absolutely. But another safety for the Cowboys went down as well. So we'll talk about that. Mike McCarthy also talking about his new rate. They are going to be together. We'll get into that as we continue here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, the best thing about going out to Oxnard is it's going to be about 73 degrees. And everybody that lives here in San Antonio and South Texas knows how hot it has been here in San Antonio. We're going to get a break from that. Unfortunately, here in San Antonio, your roof won't. And that heat pounding down on your roof day after day after day, well, it can cause some damage to your roof. If you think you've got a problem with your roof or it's just time for a new one, you want to work with a company whose people live here and deal with the same kind of weather we do. That is Stevens Roofing. Let me tell you something about Stevens Roofing. I walked in there and treated like family immediately. They showed me around the place, told me about everything. It's a family-owned business. They've been in business for a long time and they're not going anywhere. And they've got a great saying. It's buy local, stay local, trust local with Stevens Roofing. They can repair and install all kinds of roofs from metal to commercial projects. And Stevens Roofing will work with your insurance company. If you've got a claim, give it to them. Let them deal with the insurance company. Takes it right off your plate. Give them a call, 210-785-0994. They'll send somebody out, check for any damage. And the best part about it is you can trust the assessment they give you because it is an honest one. Whether it's a simple leak or a roof replacement, Stevens Roofing is your local roofer. They're here for you, rain or shine, and they're here for you for years to come. They're not going anywhere. Online, you can get them at stevensroofing.net. Don't forget, buy local, stay local, trust local with Stevens Roofing. 210-785-0994.
It's $1,400 to trading camp. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Beginning Monday, the guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio Sports Star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and sasportstar.com.
Car wrecks can wreck your life. They can leave you with medical bills, lost wages. Most importantly, they can leave you with lasting pain. That's why you should call Hilly & Solis. Hey, guys, it's Rudy J, and I'm here to tell you about Hilly & Solis. They're former prosecutors that know how to fight and know how to win. They're going to listen to your story and guide you through the legal process. They want to get you all the compensation you deserve. Insurance companies have their own interests in mind, so you have to keep that in mind. And their goal is to settle that claim as fast as possible for as little money as possible, but you deserve more, and Hilly & Solis understands that. Compensation for your injuries, your medical bills, lost wages, and pain and suffering. It's so important, though, that you act quickly after the car wreck. Evidence disappears, memories fade, and statutes of limitations may apply. So call them right now for your free, no obligation consultation right now. 210-762-6261. That's 210-762-61. 210-762-6261.
Principal office in San Antonio, Texas. Message brought to you by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Have you gotten your hands on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at HEB yet? Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds offer big, bold flavors like sea salt and cracked black pepper, spicy dill, and Korean barbecue. Bonus, you're going to love the low-carb, high-protein, bacony crunch. Pick up your favorite flavors of Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at HEB today. Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Be big, be bold, be adventurous. Learn more at southernrecipesmallbatch.com.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 210-615-7777 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Listen up, Texas. The Mega Millions jackpot is over $700 million, and you can now buy official state lottery games right from your phone with Jackpot.com. Get in on the action right now and buy official Powerball, Mega Millions, and Lotto Texas tickets with Jackpot.com. Just choose your favorite lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get your winnings instantly. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play.
I love playing the lottery, and Jackpot.com makes it so easy because you can buy all your tickets right from your phone.
Jackpot.com notifies me right away if I win. It's safe and secure, and I never have to worry about losing my lottery tickets again.
This is the greatest thing ever. I can buy tickets right on my phone for Powerball, Lotto Texas, and other lottery games while I'm sitting on my couch at home.
Don't wait. Go to Jackpot.com and buy lottery tickets on your phone. Plus, right now, get a free lottery ticket with your first play. Go to Jackpot.com. That's Jackpot.com. Jackpot.com.
Paid for by Jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Wednesday. You know what that means? It's another Wemby Wednesday.
Thrilled that we're able to bring Victor on board. He's obviously a heck of a talent, a very mature young man.
San Antonio sports star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Serious question. Can you butt text somebody?
I think you can, yeah.
I mean, I know about butt dialing,
right,
or accidental dialing, because I have that problem now with my iPhone. Like, if you go to grab your phone and for whatever reason your recent call or your favorites are on, and you just pick up your phone, your thumb hits, and you're calling somebody that you didn't mean to.
Good old Apple phone, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But somebody, your last four is 2718. You might have an 830 area code. We should call this person, Pledge.
Yeah, it's either that or there's some kind of coded message there.
Well, that's it, because there's some spaces, then an N, some more spaces, N, and then MN, and then N, NM, NGN, M, GHG 888, M. I mean, this is Morse code. Do you need help? I mean,
he's probably saying very nice things or bad things about us in Morse code. What do you think?
I'm not really sure.
I have no clue either.
All right, I'm going to text the guy back. Do you need help? Because if this guy needs help, we should do something. This is very unusual.
What are we going to do?
We've got big microphones and over 100,000 people listening right now. If he's stuck on the highway somewhere, we could probably get somebody to help him change.
Stuck on the highway? I didn't know that. I mean,
if he's in a trunk right now, what kind of car are you in?
No
we'll
kidding.
Alert the people.
Give us a clue.
Yes.
Man.
It's just very, very bizarre.
Yeah. Wow.
So the guy sorry, been using my Cash App to send money and send using a cash card. That's his code. The hell is that?
That's a code?
I don't know.
Or it's either that or it's a bot. You think?
Do bots text radio stations?
I have no idea. I would assume that they do. They text everybody else.
Don't click on that link you just sent.
Yeah, I'm not going to click on it.
But if you are ever stuck in a trunk and you need help, you can always reach out to us.
That's a little dark, isn't it?
No, how's that dark?
So,
I'm
if you're
trying to
stuck
help.
in a trunk.
Well, and again, if you're stuck in a trunk, you're not sure what to do, you can always call us.
How many people do you know that have been stuck in a trunk?
Well, I watch a lot of television.
Well, exactly.
Right? It does happen.
Dude, that's like, man, that's really, you went dark. How about if you got a flat? Or, I don't know, if your smoke alarm went off.
Well, I mean, if you got a flat, you call AAA, right? I mean, there's other people you can call.
So it's only if you're stuck in a trunk, give us a call here at San Antonio Sports Star. We got you. Let's make that a promo.
I mean,
stuck in a trunk? Call the guys on the Blitz.
Exactly. We're here for you.
Yes, we are. I don't know what the hell we're going to do because we don't know what trunk you're stuck in.
I mean, look, we can get you help if you're stuck in a trunk. If you need your tire changed, Joe Reinagel is the last person you want to call.
That's exactly
we
right.
all witnessed that one day here in the radio station parking lot.
Anything that involves mechanics or anything like that, call somebody else.
And I'm not any better, but I was
No.
good at giving you advice.
Yeah, you're a hell of a supervisor. That was the time I saw Lance and Morgan and Greg outside watching Ryan change a tire.
Ryan can change a tire?
Apparently so. He was doing it. And Morgan, Lance, and Greg, who are in management here.
That's our senior management team.
They were all standing there watching him. And I'm sure they were barking out orders, giving advice.
Well, especially Lance.
Yeah.
Lance probably had a timer.
Now, Lance
he's old Aggie core.
Yeah,
he
Lance
probably had a timer.
Is the big boss here. He is. It didn't get any higher at this particular building than Lance. So he was, but he was standing there watching. All of them were just watching Ryan change the tire.
Poor Ryan.
I know. It's the funniest thing I've said. And I just drove right in, just looking at him going.
You were glad when you walked out to a flat tire that,
I didn't have anybody there to supervise me, but you.
Well, and I wasn't really supervising because I just kept telling you, you're going to call somebody, I'll drive your ass home. And
I got it changed. And the problem is it's like one of those little bicycle tires. Don't you hate driving? It's almost like the road of shame. You're going home on one of those damn bicycle tires. It's like, hey, you waving at everybody saying, yeah, I know. Because everybody's passing you. Boom, boom, boom. And you're on your little bicycle tire.
It's called a donut.
Whatever it's called. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. I got to ask Pledge a question.
All right.
I got a Dodge Charger rental car right now.
Uh-huh.
Right? And the battery is in the trunk. Is yours in the trunk? It's the damnedest thing I've ever seen. So when the rental car person was showing me all around, we're checking for dents and dings and all that stuff. And she said, well, here, don't forget now, if you have any problem, the battery's in the trunk. Who knew?
Really?
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
You can jump it from the front still, though.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you got two batteries?
No, but there are connections up front.
How about that? That's crazy.
Is it because the engine is so big there was no room for the battery?
Sure. Let's go with that.
Can you change your oil?
I can pay to have someone change my oil.
Sure.
The battery's in the trunk.
Yeah, I just thought that was...
Is it hidden back there, or does it get in the way of trying to put your golf clubs in?
Oh, no, it's hidden. It's under the...
Yeah, it's under where the
spare
donut
tire.
is.
Really?
It's where the donut is, and you lift that thing up. So, yeah, the trunk is completely...
So the choice was you could have a full-size tire or a battery in the trunk. Let's go battery in the trunk.
Well, I guess. I mean, does anybody have a full-size tire anymore? I don't think anybody does. As a spare.
I don't even think I have a spare in my car.
You have a spare.
No.
What, did you take it out?
No, I have run flats. So,
dude, you've got a spare. There's not a tire or car that's out there that have a spare.
I don't think so.
Unless you took it out.
No.
All right. When we leave today, we're checking that.
I mean, we might.
No, we will.
It's possible.
Dude, you got a spare. Come on.
Honestly, I have no idea.
That's brilliant.
But I know they're run flats, so you don't get flat tires.
Uh-huh. Well, for a little while, you still got to go get it fixed.
Yeah.
Eventually. Then we getting a guy that was stuck in a trunk.
Here we go.
There it is.
It's joke hour. Lamont, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm stuck in the trunk of the Dallas Cowboys my whole life because Dak Prescott can't get us to the big game. Come get me out.
Yeah, well, I've been trying, Lamont. I've been trying. I've been trying hard.
Yeah.
It's time for somebody else.
Hopefully Mike McCarthy replacing Kellen Moore can help us get out of the Dak Prescott interceptions trunk, at least this season.
His fault, of course.
Of course not.
I mean, Joe can say that and it's okay. I say that and I'm a homer, but facts are facts. One of the things about this Cowboys team, and it might get you out of that trunk, and nobody's really talking about just how damn good this defense could be under Dan Quinn. Yesterday Diggs got his money, but more importantly, they put another stud on the opposite side of Diggs this offseason. And Mike McCarthy is thrilled with the pairing of Gilmore and Diggs.
I mean, you can see it from day one. I mean, I can just, remember when we signed them, and, the next, I think it was the next day in the weight room, those two were in there working out. So I think that, first impressions, impacts, and, not only for, Trayvon, but, for all of us, and just to bring that veteran leadership and presence and obviously the pelts that he has on the wall, and I think just like anything, the players are always the first to know and the last to know. So you can see the impact that it had on the locker room, and it started day one with Trayvon.
Well, they did. Hey, look, it's important to have those corners covered, right? And Stephon Gilmore has been one of the best for a long time. Hopefully, Trayvon Diggs will continue to progress and get better, as he said he would today, as he spoke to the media. Said he's just getting started. I hope that's true.
I cannot wait to get out there next week and see that in person.
I can't wait either.
I do think the defense that Mike McCarthy has a chance to be historically good.
Historically good.
Historically good.
Historically
good.
Here we go, boy. Now the Cowboy is coming out.
Do you
the
disagree?
Cowboy fan is coming out.
Do you disagree?
I don't know about historically good. I think they can be. I mean, can we wait and see before we start attaching historics?
So when I say they could be, that's not wait and see. I think the could be gives you the wait and see part of it. But everybody,
why you get everybody excited? Get everybody excited. Did you hear what Jason said today? The Cowboys could be historically good.
So in January, if the Cowboys set defensive records, you could point back to say, yeah, old Minnick said that back in July.
We could.
And but there's not enough talk about this defense that could be historically good. How's this? They could be really, really good and be a difference maker for getting this team where it wants to go.
Kind of like the San Francisco 49ers. Could they be that good?
Could they be? I mean,
yeah.
Yes. Could they be good like when the Ravens won, or the Seahawks with the Legion of Boom? The Legion of Boom was the story of that Super Bowl team. Not Marshawn Lynch,
right?
Not Russell. It was about that defense,
right?
Could this Cowboys defense be like the Legion of Boom?
I think so. If you had to pick one weakness in that defense, what would it be?
Well, depending on how bad a calf strain is, safety.
Well, safety's got to be there, but I'm still not sold on the linebackers.
All right.
And you take Micah Parsons out of that because I don't really consider him that anymore.
You look at this Dallas Cowboys defense. Where is the weakness? You tell us. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. You can get us on Twitter or Threads, at Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Minnick, at SA Sports Star. We'll dive into that Cowboys defense as we continue here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And in a couple of days, we kick off our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage. And nobody ever plans on getting arrested, especially on a work trip, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, the best way to do that is to call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online, mybestbailbonds.com.
It's R&R in the morning.
Thursday on R&R in the morning, Congress is meddling in the NIL. That's the last thing we need. We continue San Antonio sports stars countdown to Cowboy Camp.
Zach Martin watch, day 4.
Is Martin going to show up anytime soon? Cowboy Camp continues. We'll talk about it. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This could be the start of a break-in.
Stop. This is Simply Safe.
Or the end of one.
Police are on their way.
Introducing the latest innovation in home security. 24/7 LifeGuard protection, only from Simply Safe. Now, agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Gain presents a tale of longing and long-lasting scent. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Add Gain scent beads for an even longer lasting scent.
Discover credit cards automatically double all the cash back you earn at the end of your first year, which means... Wait, hold up. Question for the audio engineer.
Go ahead.
Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So if I get a Discover card right now, I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently. Wait! Unlimited first-year cash back match, only from Discover. See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
If you're hiring, it can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. Like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Now try ZipRecruiter free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/FREE.
If this were a Reese's TV ad, you'd be staring at a Reese's peanut butter cup. And sure, my voice is peanut buttery smooth, but still, you need to see the peanut butter cups, right? No? I can really just say Reese's and you'll go get some? Okay. Reese's. 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 Really working, actually. Reese's. Reese's. I'm on to something. Reese's. Reese's. Reese's.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
If this were a Reese's TV ad, you'd be staring at a Reese's peanut butter cup. And sure, my voice is peanut buttery smooth, but still, you need to see the peanut butter cups, right? No? I can really just say Reese's and you'll go get some? Okay. Reese's. 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 Really working, actually. Reese's. Reese's. I'm on to something. Reese's. Reese's. Reese's.
Meet Joe A, Joe B, and Joe C. What's up? 3 everyday Joes perfecting their banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his lost debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is cruising toward his new ride with AutoSave. And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect, support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Whether you're planning a backyard barbecue, a dinner party, or just looking to unwind after a long day, Texas Cheer Liquor has you covered. Visit Texas Cheer Liquor today and experience the best selection and service in the Lone Star State. Texas Cheer Liquor.
Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Glad to have you along on this Wednesday afternoon.
Yes, it is. Great Wednesday because we're getting closer to Sunday.
Well, and then Friday, we're at Texas Cheer Liquor number 5.
We're closer to that.
Which will help us add weight to our suitcases for Sunday's trip out to Los Angeles.
So is everybody going to, get something? Now, you can't carry a case of Miller Lite on the plane.
Why?
Well, no, you can't do that.
Well, not on, but you can check in your baggage. Before they sold Yingling in Texas, when I would travel to Florida or Pennsylvania, there was some that would come back.
So
it was all Smokey and the Bandit type.
You think you can that? And keep in mind, we're gone a week. You actually have some clothes you have to pack.
I mean, they sell Miller Lite at the store.
I know they do, but,
So
that's what I'm saying. So instead of that, you need to, help the rest of us out that might want to have something else from time to time.
So wait a minute. So you want me to bring a bottle for you?
Absolutely. Why
And
not?
You to bring a bottle for you?
Sure.
Are you one of those that when you pack your suitcase, you get up there and you put it on the thing, you're just praying it stays under 50 pounds?
Sometimes.
49.8. Woo! I made it.
I'm usually not that way, but, and that's always the weirdest thing, right? Your suitcase is 50 pounds. They wanted to take it out and put it in your carry-on. The hell's the difference? Oh, Jesus.
Distribution of weight.
Oh, I see. Is that what it is?
It seems dumb, doesn't it?
It really
You're
does.
at 51. Sorry. Would you take that out? Where were we at? Who was it? Was it Rudy? Was it Rudy? Maybe RJ. It was probably Jimenez. We were coming back from Super Bowl and he had 15.
Oh, that was
the deodorant, the Old Spice deodorant.
Old Spice, that was him.
And his suitcase was too heavy, and he just donated it to the airport workers there. It was something like that.
But he still had 50 left.
He sold them on eBay later.
Yeah, he did.
It's part of it. You look at heading out to Oxnard, and you bring up a great question because I do think this defense that the Cowboys have does have the opportunity to be really good, historically good.
Yeah.
I mean, look at how good they were last year.
Sure.
And this year they're going to be better. With the addition of Gilmore, there's an improvement, right? But is there a weak spot on this defensive unit? What is your biggest concern on this defensive unit? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
I would have to say linebacker if I'm going to pick one. Now, those guys have an opportunity, and you look at safety as well. But I think linebacker, safety, and then besides Micah Parsons, now they got Mozzie Smith. Hopefully that'll help the run defense a little bit. But you want D-Law to step up too, right? I mean, so that pass rush is another thing that's going to have to be good.
D-Law hasn't gotten the sack numbers.
Right.
But other guys have gotten to the quarterback because of the attention that D-Law is getting. And so from that standpoint, yeah, I'd like to see his sack numbers go up, but I don't think he's had a drop off. If you're watching more than just looking at some statistics, right?
I think that's going to change.
Now, if Micah Parsons is more of an edge rusher, who are you going to block?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I think D-Law's got a real opportunity.
And Micah being faster, he gets there a little bit sooner than a D-Law. I look at Van Der Esch has been solid. one of those underrated guys. I like the way Damon Clark was playing last year. I'm curious to see what we get out of like a Jabril Cox and a Dorrance Armstrong and even Overshawn, the rookie out of UT. Will he have any kind of an impact in his rookie year? Is Sam Williams in year 2?
That's another guy.
There's so many guys that I think you can look at and say, if they live up to close to their expectation, especially like a Sam Williams, Mozzie Smith, he's penciled in as a starter, but he's a rookie. He's going to have to, he's really going to have to earn it. But at the same time, I look at the secondary, obviously, well, with an injury today, you're really worried about Donovan Wilson. Last report, as he was carted off of the practice field today, if you're just getting by the radio, it's a calf strain, which is the best news you could actually get from when you see injury, frustrated player, and a cart and a non-contact injury. Calf strain, oh boy, good. Woo!
Absolutely.
Dodged one.
I mean, my goodness, you've got, all kinds of crazy things that it could have been. So luckily it was not. This, the Marvion Overshow, he could certainly help that linebacker core as he develops.
And again, a rookie out of UT, where are we going? What are we going to get out of him? But also I look at depth. I mean, Kelvin Joseph, are you going to do anything?
Oh, my gosh.
Well, again, Jerron, Jordan Lewis is on the PUP list, I believe, to start. You still have Bland. Who was the other safety that got hurt today? Was it Mokamu?
Mokamu,
Israel Makamu.
Yeah. He was expected to do something. And so I look at this defense, and even when you look for the weakness, you go, well, they're pretty good. I mean, they're better than they were last year, and the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. When it comes to when you start looking, okay, where's the defense, or where's the weakness on the defense? Even the weakness is better than what they've had. And so if you're Dak Prescott, if you're Mike McCarthy, and I think this is where you're going to get lost in the weeds with Mike McCarthy wanting to run the ball more, is to help that defense out even more. Where in the past, Dak Prescott, dude, go score 30 points, give us a chance to win. Because if we get 24, we're going to lose. If they have the ball with 2 minutes to go, we're going to lose. I don't know that that's the case with this defensive group going in.
It's been that way with the Cowboys for a long, long time, right? Tony Romo faced that tremendously. Look, and I think, what is this, Dan Quinn's 4th year now with the defense, 3rd or 4th?
Yeah.
Well, he came in with McCarthy, didn't he?
Trying to remember.
Not sure.
But
either way, it's at least his 3rd year. So he's got his stamp on this thing.
Guys
love playing for him. So I think you're right. They got to be better this year than even they were last year. So, but you can't turn the football over. I don't care how good your defense is.
But even if you do, you kind of hope that, all right, our defense is good enough to hold them to 3, right? And that's the idea. This group, this entire team, from player 1 to whatever, on the offense and the defense, Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn have both been there long enough.
Yep.
These are their guys. Even if there's some carryover from Jason Garrett's time, the guys that are on this team are their guys. They're all on the defense. Dan Quinn wants them here. He's been here long enough. If you weren't a Dan Quinn type, he would have found a way to get you out of the room. Same thing with Mike McCarthy. If you're still here with Mike McCarthy, you're now a Mike McCarthy guy.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
So you've got your team.
This is his team. All of them. So they've got a real opportunity this year. I don't think anybody's going to question that. I think it might be the best opportunity they've had in a long time. Both sides of the football have promised to be good, and the Cowboys need to get it done. I really believe that this is as open as the Dallas Cowboys window is going to be, and they need to get it done this year.
When there was a headline on Yahoo earlier today, talked about the Cowboys walking a tightrope to the Super Bowl or something along those lines. And it's odd because, offseason, Cowboys, great offseason. As you get closer to the season, maybe they get 9 wins. Yeah, because like, do you believe that this team really has a chance? And we've been snake bit so many times. You bought in so many times. Now it's hard to really believe they have an opportunity, which I think is great for the Dallas Cowboys from that kind of mentality. They didn't shy away from championship talk yesterday, but there was no guarantee of a Super Bowl from Jerry or Mike McCarthy or Steven.
No, and it's hard to do that. I don't care how good you think your team is, although Jerry has done that in the past, or not necessarily a guarantee, but pretty close to it. So, look, they're playing it right. They're doing everything right this year. They're adding pieces that they need with the Cooks and Gilmore. They drafted well by all accounts, except for Schoonmaker. I think that was a wasted pick. It was completely wasted.
No, yet.
They're the guy starting the season on the PUP list.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. What's ridiculous? Wasted pick at number 2. You did that at 5 or 6. Okay. Wasted pick. That's the only mistake that I think they've made this offseason is that. Other than that, I think they've been in pretty good shape. They've obviously got to get Zach Martin signed.
Yes. They got to take care of Zach Martin.
It's $1,400 to trading camp. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Beginning Monday, the guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio sports star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio sports star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and sasportstar.com.
If you're shopping for a new vehicle, you need to go see my friends at Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira Itonado complex. Very easy for me to tell you about and recommend Ancira because I am a longtime Ancira customer, and it's because of their great customer service before, during, and most importantly, after the sale. That great customer service is why Ancira has been a top family-run dealership in San Antonio for decades. And Price made Ancira number 1. Price keeps Ancira number 1. So think Ancira. Ancira Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram Truck, part of the Ancira Itonado complex on I-10 West between Wurzbach and Huebner.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax.
Touchdown!
a new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax, 100% natural male enhancement formulas, only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
For nearly 100 years, folks have trusted Blue Star medicated ointment to relieve the pain and itching of almost any skin irritation.
It works on my son's dry itching feet and their jock itch.
I had this rash on my neck. Nothing worked until Blue Star.
Blue Star worked great on my ringworm without steroids.
My wife and I have been using Blue Star for years. It's never let us down.
Look for the white box with the Blue Star in the first aid section. Feel Blue Star work fast, or your money back.
Sponsored by Focus Consumer Healthcare.
If you've been injured in a car or truck accident, y'all need you to call the Rexperts. Hey, it's Rudy J. Hilly and Solis, most people don't know anything you say or write can and will be used against you by the insurance company to reduce or possibly deny your accident claim. The law office of Hilly and Solis will go to work and make sure you get the compensation you deserve, and they're going to make sure you get it fast. They're former prosecutors. They don't just know how to fight. They know how to win. Let the Rexperts take care of dealing with insurance companies so you can worry about yourself and you can worry about your family. Don't let these insurance companies take advantage of you. See if you can turn that crash into cash. Hilly and Solis will hire the top medical and technical experts to support your claim. Call for your free, yes, free, no obligation consultation right now at 210-762-6261. That's 210-762-6261.
Principal office in San Antonio, Texas. Message brought to you by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Thursday on R&R in the morning. The Zach Watch continues. Is Martin going to show up anytime soon? Cowboy Camp continues. We can't wait to get there. Everything we do, we're going to talk about it. And also the NIL's back in the news. Congress is talking about getting involved in 3 years without a portal. Coaches like it. Do you? Now back to the Blitz. Pink shorts and blue polos. You figure out who's got on what.
Yep. Ryan Eagle in all pink today. He's going to see Barbie after the show. It's okay.
I really should.
You should.
Why not?
Absolutely.
I'm calling Maggie in the next break. Get tickets.
Okay.
Barbie, here we come.
Dude, it's a Wednesday night. What else are you going to do?
Why not? Margot Robbie. I'm not stupid.
I mean, you are going to be gone for a week. So this is a good week.
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, sure. Life is good.
Just don't look up what July 31st is.
July 31st? Is that another steak and potato night or whatever the hell?
Kinda.
Yeah.
But 6 dudes in a house ain't happening.
No.
I'm just saying.
No. Well, yeah, Rudy and RJ sharing a room, so.
What those guys do behind closed doors stays behind closed doors.
Okay.
What's the longest flight you've ever been on?
Flew to Italy. And it's about 9 hours, I guess.
Yeah.
Something like that.
You get on some of those long flights, and one of the, I don't know if you can call it a perk, you're on a flight for 3 days, it feels like.
Yes.
It is the food on those airlines is generally really good.
It's okay. Yeah, not bad.
Right?
Yeah.
A British Airways flight going from Turks and Caicos to London had a problem. Their refrigerators didn't work.
That's not good.
So all their food for this long-ass flight had to be thrown away. They couldn't serve food. Those passengers weren't going to go hungry.
That's a problem.
No, man, the British Airways people says, well, we can't have this. So they land in the Bahamas, and they load up on KFC.
Amen, brother. Now that I would have been a loyal customer to British Airways after that.
Well, maybe. Apparently, it's a 12.5-hour flight from Turks and Caicos to Heathrow.
Uh-huh.
So they land in the Bahamas to get some food because the refrigerators are broke. But when they handed out the food, the little container each contained one piece of chicken.
Was it a leg?
The photo that I'm seeing, yes.
Now, see, that sucks. Now, if it was a breast, that would have been different.
You get one piece of chicken for 12.5 hours.
That's better than nothing.
You're right. It's better than nothing. Give me a bag of pretzels or the snack mix thing that you get on South. 12 hours.
I'm sure they still got that.
Well, no, it says they were handing out chicken. It was wings and legs.
Oh my gosh. They went cheap.
Limited options available. Well, and look, I don't know because I was just in the Bahamas. I didn't go to KFC or Popeyes, but driving from the airport to the resort we were staying in, felt like there was a Popeyes every other one. And I think about the Popeyes chicken bowl that's in the Bahamas. They could have gone to Popeyes.
But it doesn't taste the same for some reason over there in different countries.
Well, all right.
I mean, it doesn't. But that's neither here nor there. It's really not. Why don't airlines that fly those long flights work out a deal with a Popeyes or a KFC or a Burger King? I mean, it seems to me like that would be great.
They already have a catering contract.
I know it, but that food sucks.
But I mean, look, I want to applaud them. Dude, you guys made a stop in the Bahamas and went and got everybody some chicken, which sounds incredible, right?
Sure.
But when you start handing out, hey, everybody, we got food. Here's your piece of chicken.
Yeah.
And I don't see sides. I don't know if there was mashed potatoes, if it was just a biscuit
mac and cheese
or whatever. Yeah, I mean, you didn't get a pick. What if I wanted original recipe and all they had was the extra tasty crispy?
Well,
what if you're vegetarian?
Well, you gave it away, and see, maybe somebody got 2 pieces of chicken.
And when I was in the Navy, we used to have beer day.
Yeah.
So if you were out on the water for I forget how many days in a row without seeing land, which didn't happen very often. Normally 2, 3, 4 days and you were in a port somewhere.
Yeah.
But if you're out, I don't know what it was, but you used to get 2 beers.
Oh.
Everybody would get 2 beers. Well, those that didn't drink, and again, this is like 1991, 92, you could sell a beer for $20 each. And people would buy it all day long.
Sure.
You'd have, it's called a Steel Beach Picnic. Barbecue on the flight deck, couple of beers. It's great.
That is good. So you would buying beer for $20 a piece?
Well, I was on the MWR committee. So
and what's the MWR committee?
Morale, Welfare, and Recreation.
Okay.
So we were in charge of putting on the party. So we had beer.
You had beer.
We had beer.
Okay.
We had beer.
They were really selling that stuff for $20?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
I'm saying I made a lot of money.
I'm sure.
It was good stuff.
From the George Salinas Personal Injury Attorney Studios, this is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville. KTFM Floresville. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Cowboys kicked off their first day of practice today, and Donovan Wilson was carted off the field. Apparently, it's just a calf strain, though. That's what we're being told. That's good news. Texans also kicked off training camp and signed one of their offensive linemen to a new deal. Titus Howard, 3-year, $56 million deal. You think Zach Martin took notice of that? I bet he did. Sign him, Jerry.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, we have some of the smartest listeners here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Smartest or smart asses?
Yeah, both.
Either way, 5429. How'd they get the plane through the drive-thru?
That's genius.
Well, it's the fly-through at that point.
Yeah, well, that's genius. But yeah, in the Bahamas, you were just there. They have extra large drive-thrus?
No.
How do you know? You didn't go to a KFC where you were there.
Smaller cars there. And
Really?
no, I didn't go through a KFC.
No, you didn't. I know you didn't.
But there are smaller cars there, and you can observe while you're going from one place to the other. And to verify my beer story, my buddy Brian Carson, who I was in the Navy with, who listens to us every day from New Jersey, because that dude got married and never left that hellhole, says MWR was the kiss ass club. And yes, we used to charge Carson extra money for the beers.
Oh, yeah?
And he couldn't handle it anyway, so it was all good.
He couldn't handle the beer or the money?
The beer.
Not a good drinker, huh?
He's a sailor. Of course he's a good drinker. Veteran.
Well, appreciate him listening in New Jersey. Obviously, there's nothing else to do there.
That is a guy. Sorry I'm doing this to you, Brian. That is a guy. He's from Covington, Virginia.
Uh-huh.
And 6-7 hour drive from the base in New Jersey down to Virginia. And we used to go down to his place. His mom made the best breakfasts, but we'd go down to Virginia, hang out. He hated New Jersey. Hated New Jersey. He picked up this chick named Michelle.
Uh-huh.
Week. They're still married.
There you go.
And he still hasn't left New Jersey, and he hates New Jersey.
Sometimes you know.
Sometimes you know.
You know right away. It's done.
Sometimes in Keensburg Beach.
Well, she must like New Jersey.
Well, she's from there.
Well, there you go.
She's from there.
So he doesn't have a choice.
None whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
But of all of the guys that I knew, you know, you're in New Jersey, you're 20 years old, you're Manhattan, you got all this. There was nobody that was more country. I mean, you talk about country in New York City. It's Brian Carson, who hated New Jersey, hates cold weather more than I do. And that dude still lives in that crap.
You know, just New Jersey. It just doesn't even sound appetizing, does it?
No, in Keensburg. We used to call it Sleesburg.
Jersey.
Sleesburg, New Jersey.
All right. Well, you know, we drove by. Didn't we drive by your shipyard or something when we were out there?
We didn't drive by. It's not a shipyard. It's a Navy base.
Well, that.
But as we were flying over, you
that's
could
what
see Naval Weapons Station, Earl, New Jersey, and their 3-mile pier that's out into the New York Harbor.
Okay, that's it.
We didn't drive by, but we flew over, and I said, I used to live right there.
Yeah. I remember you saying something about it.
It's a 3-mile pier. So when you would go out, do whatever, there was a bus stop because you couldn't walk or drive down the pier. You had to wait for the buses. And when it was cold and snowy, you're standing outside waiting for the bus that will take you down the pier to get to the ship. And most of the time when it was cold and stupid, at 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it took dudes getting into a phone booth just to get out of the wind. Because again, it's the pier. It's windy as hell. It sucks. And one time we were all in the pier, Carson and my buddy Carlos Garcia, and there might have been way too much Captain Morgan's. And
there might have been.
Carlos couldn't handle it, which is why none of us drink Captain Morgan's anymore.
A reversal?
In a phone booth.
Yeah.
Where there were so many dudes we couldn't get the doors open fast enough.
Nice.
We all got new shoes and pants after that from Carlos.
I would imagine so. And rightly so.
Good times.
Well,
thanks for listening, Carson.
Absolutely, Carson. And good luck in New Jersey.
He's still there.
Continued good luck.
No hope. No soap. Poor bastard.
Well, obviously he's happy there.
He's not.
He's changed.
He's not.
He's probably a New York Giants fan.
No, actually, he's not.
No?
That's why he listens to us every day, because he is a Dallas Cowboy fan that hates Dak Prescott.
Really?
Yes.
Well, there you go. Finally, one of your friends has some sense.
He hated Tony Romo. That guy probably hates Troy Aikman, too. I mean, that's just the misery that comes with living in the Northeast.
You know, you got to, yeah. I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Living in the Northeast?
No.
Great place to visit.
Yeah, well, for a short time.
Yes.
It's like going to Philly, ready to get the hell out of there.
Again, great for the Army-Navy game.
Sure.
Fun weekend.
Get out. Yes.
Because you realize when you're there, people there are miserable.
They are.
Because, well, they all park outside. Their windows are frozen. Their cars are cold. You got to start your car 35 minutes before you go to work, scrape windows, and then wait for your neighbor to leave, because most streets you have to double park.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. You know, Evan Klosky used to work at Ken's 5. He's now down in Tampa. He was telling me he worked in North Dakota. They had to put heaters on the cars when they were parked, so all the stuff didn't freeze up. Can you imagine? Why the hell does anybody live in a place like that?
When we were at the Super Bowl in Minnesota, did you go to that Super Bowl?
No.
Be thankful.
Yeah,
I mean, it was Super Bowl. It was still fun, but it was so stupid cold.
I've been to Minnesota before covering Timberwolves and Spurs.
So, yeah, but that's April, May, right?
It was still cold.
I mean, February, one of the days with the wind chill was minus 48.
Yeah.
And we were driving our rent car. It was Rob Thompson, RJ Choa, and myself. And we're driving in, and the inside of the window was freezing.
The inside
of the windshield. I guess our breath, the moisture in your breath.
Yeah.
You're in the car, heater's on as fast as it can go. You still got all your coats on, gloves, everything, and you can still see your breath in the car. So we get on the air. Like, my glasses literally froze walking from the car inside the Mall of America where they set up Radio Row, which was one of the dumbest ideas the NFL has ever had. So one of the security guards that was sitting near where we were broadcasting from that could hear us, our show, and hear us bitching about how stupid cold it was freezing, walks over to us. And he says, you know, that is a problem. You know how to fix it. We look at him. No. He said, you take unscented kitty litter, put it in a sock, and put that on your dash. So the moisture coming from your mouth will get absorbed by the kitty litter and not reach your windshield.
That's awesome.
Sounds like a genius idea.
Yes.
What kind of hell are you living in where that becomes a thing?
Did you do it?
No, we didn't have extra socks or kitty litter to spare, right? It's not happening.
Dude, I would have gone to the store immediately, bought a pair of socks and some kitty litter.
Dude, we had socks. You were wearing 3 pair. And nobody wants Rob's dirty socks used on the with kitty litter on a dash.
Now, see, that is just, it takes a special human being to live in conditions like that, where you have to come up with answers. Now, somebody told that guy, and then he obviously tried it, and it worked. Dude,
well, and look, I don't know if it works. I've told that story ever since that Super Bowl.
That guy knows it works.
Well, but I know people that say, oh, yeah. Other people like, I've lived there. I've never heard of that. I don't know.
You put a heater on your car so it doesn't freeze when it's parked. Who lives in that?
I was just in Phoenix last weekend. It was 118 degrees. I don't know how the tires didn't melt to the road.
Dude, I'd much rather live in Phoenix, San Antonio. Give me 100 degrees.
Absolutely.
Any day, and besides below freezing temperatures.
Absolutely.
No, I don't want any part of that.
None.
I love 100-degree weather.
So there's a little breaking news from James Pledger. All right, James, read this. It's your breaking news. This is all you.
Okay, well, the Celtics' new $304 million man, Jaylen Brown, who just got his Supermax. He's 26-year-old. He's reportedly, according to Barstool Sports, dating Bernice Burgos, who is 43 and has a daughter older than him.
So she's got a daughter older than the 26-year-old Jaylen Brown. Now, the photo of Bernice is wonderful. Who is she? Is she famous?
I don't know. It was the daughter older than him that really got me on this headline.
Well, I mean, Bernice, you know, is not hard to look at.
She doesn't look like she's barely 26.
Well, obviously, if she's 43 and got a daughter older than Jaylen Brown, she was 15 or so when she had this kid.
And clearly a great surgeon.
Yes. And dressmaker.
Her stylist is,
yes.
Hat tip to the stylist. We appreciate the view.
You know, and I'm sure she's thrilled that Jaylen just got a new $304 million deal.
Have they been dating long?
Not to my knowledge.
So he signs a contract and goes cougar hunting immediately?
Looks like he's already found the trophy.
She went cougar hunting.
Well, I don't think that's the term.
She went cub hunting.
If you're 26 and she's 43.
Well, she's the cougar.
You go into some of those Stone Oak bars and you see that.
Now, see, I'm thinking all kinds of stuff now.
What are you thinking, Joe?
What does the daughter look like? I mean, is this a team?
Wow.
Is this? I mean, for $304 million,
You get both?
You might get both.
Is that the daughter or is that her? That's the daughter?
They look very much alike. Yeah, I think Jalen knows exactly what he's doing.
I think that's the same chick. I think that's the 43-year-old that looks 23.
I don't know, but Jalen Brown is a lot more intelligent than I'll give him credit for.
What are you doing with your mouse, Pledge? I think you're trying to compare tan lines.
No, I'm comparing the tattoo.
Oh, the tattoo.
That's how I don't think it's the same person.
Because the tan lines are very similar. They have the same surgeon.
But the tattoo's different.
But you got to look at it. I mean, honestly,
Good
they're
Lord.
probably not more than 15 years apart, the mom and the daughter.
Well, by your math, if she was 15, that would keep them 15 years apart.
Well, roughly.
They will always be
Could
15.
be 16. I'm
if
just
she was
spitballing.
15, when she had them, they will always be 15 years apart.
You know, Jalen Brown not only gets $300 million, he gets a mom and a daughter combo. Holy cow. Why didn't I play basketball? That sounded horrible. But I mean, sorry. That was awful.
Are you on the hunt for a mom and a daughter?
No, I'm not. I'm not at all.
What are you trying to say?
I'm perfectly happy, but if you're when I was Jalen Brown's age, yes. The answer is yes. At 26, which was many moons ago.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm perfectly content.
You're what?
Perfectly content.
Okay.
And happy. But if you're Jalen Brown, not only you sign a $300 million deal, I mean, I say things are going pretty good for Mr. Brown. $300 million in the bank, mom and daughter at home.
The only person that backpedals better than Joe Reinagle is Trayvon
Yes,
Diggs,
he does.
who just signed one hell of a deal with the Dallas Cowboys. But he still needs to get better. What are areas he can improve on? Mike McCarthy talked about
Tackling.
that, and we'll get into that as we continue. Tackling wasn't brought up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. While it's getting hot in this room, I don't think there's anything wrong with the air conditioner. But if there's something wrong with your air conditioner, you know there is one company to call, and that is Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heating, and AC at 210-651-5899. At Quarter Moon, they are experts at worst-case scenarios. Big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. They've got a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau. And at Quarter Moon, they are green certified. 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
It's $1,400 the trading camp. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Beginning Monday, the guys are on the road again. This time, San Antonio sports star travels to Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California.
Deep down the right side. Oh, it's caught.
With the full support of AA Best Bail Bonds, providing complete backup for any of those things that happen while on the road. Nobody provides better coverage of training camp than 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Left side of the end zone. Touchdown.
We'll hear from the players, coaches, be right in the middle of the media frenzy, and of course, hear from owner Jerry Jones.
We get to suck on that all week.
It's Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, and sasportstar.com.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
If you're hit by a car, truck, or commercial vehicle, you need help with vehicle repairs, car rental, medical care, Davis Law Firm can help get your life back on track. For over 25 years, we have secured important verdicts and settlements for our clients, some in the millions of dollars. I'm Jeff Davis. If you were in a car or truck wreck or hit by a commercial vehicle, call the Fours right now. Call me at 444-4444. You got it. There's only one number to remember, and that's 4. Attorney consultation by appointment only. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio. Davis Law Firm is a proud official partner, personal injury attorney of the San Antonio Spurs.
The Golf Club of Texas has some of the best course conditions with the friendliest staff. The golf is great. They have a lighted driving range and practice area. While it feels like a country club, it's not a private club. It's open to the public, so bring the family into the 10 Cup Bar. It's the nicest sit-down restaurant in that area of SA, specializing in Texas food, wine, and spirits. For golf or dinner, go to Golf Club of Texas off Highway 90, online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
If you can't sleep because of annoying knee pain, that's a problem. If you stop running because your feet always hurt, that's a problem. If your elbow, shoulder, and neck pain make it impossible for you to do your job, that is a problem, and it's time to finally do something about it. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. At Arasti, we fix pain fast. No medications, no injections. Arasti treatment is completely natural and non-invasive. Plus, we accept most insurance plans. There's a location near you. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
My name is John. I could not lose the weight I needed to. The Institute for Functional Health Wellness program was the answer. It included a great deal of testing, supplements, and weekly face-to-face doctor visits. I finally had the accountability I needed. I am now 50 pounds lighter. I no longer have pain in my elbow, back, and hips. I have more energy and just feel and look so much better.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
Attention heavy equipment mechanics, San Antonio is hiring. The starting pay, $22.67 an hour, plus incentives, benefits, and advancement opportunities. There's a job fair Saturday, July 29th at 6927 West Commerce, and you can apply on the spot. Stop by Saturday, July 29th, 9 a.m. till noon, 6927 West Commerce. Complete information is at sarecycles.org. Mechanics needed, so visit sarecycles.org.
Wednesday is Wemby Day. It's another Wemby Wednesday.
I dreamed of this moment for so long. It felt really surreal. It actually felt like a dream when he said that sentence, when he called me to the stage, and it's just a dream come true.
On San Antonio's Sports Star.
The Joe Reinagle theme song.
Oh.
Mr. Backpedal.
Well, I just should have prefaced by saying when I was Jaylen Brown's age, he's 26.
Here's a shovel.
That would have been perfect.
Keep digging.
Jaylen Brown. Man, that guy is he's having a great year.
The fact that you ordered his jersey during the break, man, you've got this kid on some kind of pedestal.
I'm a big fan now.
I don't know who ordered a jersey faster. You or Ryan over there in the production department, who's now helping with all our TikTok videos and social media things.
Ryan had a Trayvon Diggs jersey on this morning.
Well, still had tags.
Jeez.
Bought it down off of Southwest Military late last night.
Absolutely. He left here and said they couldn't wait. He was on a mission.
Diggs got paid.
Diggs got paid. I need a jersey.
Well, that's it. Now, I've got a rule. Don't buy a current player's jersey.
Well, Diggs isn't going anywhere, is he? He'll be in the Ring of Honor before long.
He's got 5 years. Who gets in first, Diggs or Jimmy Johnson?
Diggs.
But I mean, you look at it, all right, and look, you and I can disagree all we want on Diggs and getting his deal. You're caught up in the numbers. He's next. The numbers are what they are. He's worth it. He is that good of a player, and I think he's going to be even better this year because they have somebody not named Anthony Brown on the other side. The addition of Gilmore was an incredible get for the Dallas Cowboys this offseason.
I agree.
And Mike McCarthy was talking today about just the pairing of Diggs and Gilmore.
I mean, you can see it from day one. I mean, I could just, remember when we signed them, and, the next, I think it was the next day in the weight room, those two were in there working out. So I think that, first impressions, impacts, and, not only for, Trayvon, but, for all of us, and just to bring that veteran leadership and presence, and obviously the pelts that he has on the wall, and I think just like anything, the players are always the first to know and the last to know. So you can see the impact that it had on the locker room, and it started day one with Trayvon.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a great move. And I said it when it happened. The Brandon Cooks deal as well. I love what the Cowboys are doing. I think without going all in, they've gone as close as you can get because they got both of those guys at a pretty good price. So they've done good. I mean, they've really done good. And again, that window is wide open this year, as wide as it's been in many years.
Without saying, Homer, you look at this Dallas Cowboys team and a wide open window. This is the most complete roster the Cowboys have had in Oxnard, California.
I agree.
I'm not a homer saying that.
I'm certainly not, and I'm saying it.
For years, it was all about the offense, and the defense was okay.
Yep.
I can't remember a time where, well, that defense is good, but the offense sure sucks, right? I mean, I don't remember those days. And we've had some really good defenses and defensive players through the years. And there were some teams that you thought had a chance to win a Super Bowl. Des caught it, damn it, that would have been a Super Bowl that year, right? Tony Romo had a couple of teams that you thought were legit Super Bowl teams that just didn't get it done. But there were flaws in all of those teams, like glaring holes. With this team, outside of kicker, there really isn't that glaring hole for the Dallas Cowboys, especially on the defensive side. This might be the first time where you could look at this Cowboys team and say the defense is going to carry them.
I don't think there's any question about it. And while we say that, and the NFC is completely wide open, there still are a couple of monsters that have to get that are going to get in the way, that you got to get by, and that's Philadelphia and San Francisco. Those two teams are, and those three teams, I would say, obviously have the best shot at winning the NFC. Who's going to have the best season? And by that, I don't mean necessarily the play on the field, but I'm talking about luck. Because you go through an NFL season, you got to have some luck, not a lot of injuries, and all of that kind of stuff. So it comes down to fielding a good team, and the Cowboys have done that. Now they need some luck throughout the season. Every team that wins a Super Bowl has had some luck along the way.
Oh, absolutely. And you look at, all right, so training camp officially underway. Give Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Will McClay all their props.
Absolutely.
They have brought the best team in recent memory to Oxnard, California. And all the years in Oxnard, this might be the most complete team.
Yep.
And certainly the best defense. Now it's up to Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn to get the most out of those guys.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any question that Dan Quinn will do what he's going to do on the defensive side. There are obvious questions on the offensive side with Mike McCarthy, but then you go over the bones fossil, right? He's the special teams coach. And the one area that Jerry and Steven didn't really address is the kicker situation. Now, last year, the guy that ended up being their kicker, Brett Maher, wasn't a guy in camp.
No.
Right? And he was great last year until he wasn't. Until he got the yips on extra points in the playoffs.
He's in Denver now.
And now he's in Denver. So this year, they're doing the exact same thing when it comes to kicker?
Yeah, excellent. I think, it's really kind of feels similar to last year. We want to make sure we give both these guys an opportunity to win the job, and we'll continue to evaluate, as we go on. I mean, we went a different direction last year. Obviously, we had the big workout out here, and then, obviously Brett won the job. So, but we want to make sure we give these guys a chance to compete and win the job.
And look, we don't know. I mean, last year when we were at camp and we saw those guys kicking, they're missing everything.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
It was almost like, hey, offensive lineman, let's have fun. Who can make a field goal? If you can make one, we won't have morning workouts.
But one of these guys that's in camp now may be the guy. I mean, Vizcaino they bring back. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, they bring him back because he was there last year and one of the guys that wasn't so good. But they obviously see something in him.
Well, I mean, last year it was Garibay and Herrera, right? And this year,
Garibay was supposed to be the guy,
well,
right?
I mean, undrafted. I mean, they're all undrafted. I mean, this year you've got Aubrey and Tristan.
Yeah.
It sounds like a pickleball match at the country club.
Yes, it does.
Is it Aubrey Brandon or Brandon Aubrey?
Brandon Aubrey.
I know. He's a USFL guy. And he was good in the USFL.
He was.
Tristan Vizcaino was so good. They brought him in. They didn't like him. They sent him on his way, and then they brought him back.
They must see something in him.
Well, he was available. They saw available.
Well, there's other guys that are available.
Well, the other guys that are available are a little bit more expensive. Robbie Gould still doesn't have a job. Why? Because he's going to be more expensive.
So, how much can it be? A couple of $1 million?
Couple $1 million.
Robbie,
you want to spend a couple $1 million on a kicker?
Well, yeah, if he's making kicks, yes, I do.
Do you know Jerry Jones?
Look, I'm just saying, I don't know what these other guys are charging Jerry to kick for him now, but no, I mean, look, it's an important position, right? I mean, you got to have a reliable kicker. We saw that in the playoffs.
It is so bizarre because you're right. It is kicker's highest scoring guy on your team, typically, right?
Typically.
And unless that guy misses, you don't really even care, right? Unless he kicks a 57-yarder to win, field goal. I see the kicker out there. I think I've got 3 points.
Right.
I think I've got my extra point. I shouldn't care,
right,
who you are. But boy, David Rodriguez wants to go back to Martin Gramatica. Dude, seriously? I mean, it was Dan Bailey, and Dan Bailey was making a lot of money. And then what do we have? David Beeler.
Dan Bailey,
David Beeler.
He was automatic at one time.
He was until he wasn't.
Yeah,
that's the problem with kickers, right? But who's the other kicker? Is it Mason Crosby that's still available?
Crosby and Gold are the two best available.
And veteran guys that are going to command more money.
Robbie Gold's got to be about 85.
Well,
I mean, how old is that guy?
Yeah, I mean, probably in his 30s.
Look, I'm pulling for these guys. And when we get out there, they're in pads. We're going to see them kick.
You're pulling for Brandon Aubrey?
Absolutely.
We could be next to him at the food line, and you wouldn't know he was there.
I wouldn't know who he was there, but
pulling
look,
for this guy.
I am. Who else are they going to bring in? I mean, I would hope that we don't go to Oxnard next week and see the disaster at kicker that we saw last year.
Did you not just hear Mike McCarthy say it feels like last year? Last year was a disaster.
Last
year was a bleep show it came to kickers in training camp.
But kickers right now, until they get in pads and we see them, I mean, they can kick all they want right now, and they're pretty much automatic. But you get out there, the wind starts blowing, and then we'll see what you have.
I mean, it's going to be a great Netflix series when Brandon Aubrey wins the job and leads the Cowboys to the Super Bowl and kicks a game winner, because 4 years ago, he was working as a software engineer in the Dallas area. He didn't play high school football or college, but he decided he wanted to be a kicker, and he went to the USFL.
And did very well, by the way.
And now
I think he missed one field goal last year in the USFL. One.
How many did he take?
Would you take that? I think he was like 12 of 13. There was something 14 of 15, something like that.
Look, I know he was with the Birmingham Stallions, and that was a hell of a team for USFL.
I'm just saying, I could look it up, but I don't really want to. It doesn't matter.
I could look it up.
The guy, you got to
look it up, but it doesn't matter. But I'm going to tell you all about it right here.
I'm hoping the guy wins the job. I mean, and
you want Brandon Aubrey versus Tristan, because you could say Brandon Aubrey and not Vizcaino.
I can say Vizcaino. Maybe you can't.
We just said it exactly.
Vizcaino.
And I think we're both saying it wrong.
No,
I think
it's exactly how it is.
I don't think so.
Well, how do you think you say it?
Not the way we are.
It's Vizcaino. Yes, it is.
You just said Iano. And now it's Eno.
Vizcaino.
What?
Vizcaino.
He was 14 of 15.
There you go.
100% on his extra
See
point.
that?
But what was the miss from?
That's your guy.
That's what I want to know.
What difference does it make? What do
you mean?
If we go in the season right now, and I'm going to tell you this guy's going to make 14 out of 15 field goals, are you going to poo-poo that?
It depends. Did that miss cost that team a win? Then yes.
Did they win a championship?
They did.
Okay. Wow, that's great.
For his career in the USFL, he's 32 of 36.
Cowboys finally bringing somebody in with championship experience.
A USFL ring.
Well, Stephon Gilmore won a ring, didn't he? With the Patriots?
Was his long only 36?
We're looking at the stats from the Birmingham Stallions.
Who knew that was a thing? I'm kidding.
Stats? Look, I don't know. We'll see when we get out there. That's the beauty of it. It was a big joke last year. There's no doubt. But, I mean, look, at some point in time, Jerry's got to pony up, right? I mean, if you need a kicker and it's that important.
Would you rather give a couple million to a kicker or a couple more million to Zach Martin?
Well, of course, Zach Martin.
There you go. That's why you're going with Brandon Aubrey.
I just don't want to hear you bitch all season about how bad the kicking game is.
Brandon Aubrey is a software engineer, so he can also help the computer guys with the Cowboys when the rest of the football team is doing real football things.
He can probably make more money if he just went back to Dallas to be a software engineer.
Billable hours.
Yes.
He's going to be a freelancer.
Chasing his dream.
For DallasCowboys.com Monday through Friday, and on Sundays he gets to wear a uniform.
Happy for him. I hope he makes the team.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Let's go around the NFL as we come back. A couple of guys got paid today, and one team has already named their rookie a starting quarterback. We'll tell you about it as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Tonight my wife is going to stop at Tri-County Meat Market, the Huebner Road location, on her way home to grab some fajitas. That's what's going on our grill tonight, whether you're thinking fajitas, whatever you're thinking, beef, chicken, pork, the great poppers they have. Tri-County Meat Market has everything you need to up your grilling game, and they are now featuring MTX beef that is raised, fed, and harvested from the family-owned and operated ranch in the Texas Hill Country in Mason, Texas. That's the MTX and MTX beef. And that beef is incredible. At Tri-County, they have what you need with the quality you expect, and you can always take advantage of their Pick 5 for 25. Tri-County Meat Market always offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. They have two great locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Huebner, online at tricountymeat.com.
It's R&R in the morning.
Thursday on R&R in the morning, Congress is meddling in the NIL. That's the last thing we need. We continue San Antonio Sports Stars countdown to Cowboy Camp.
Zach Martin watch, day 4. Is Martin going to show up anytime soon? Cowboy Camp continues. We'll talk about it. The party starts at 6.
It's your wake-up call. R&R in the morning, 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Get ready, MMA fight fans. Coming live Friday, August 4th to the Boeing Center at Techport. It's the Professional Fighters League. The PFL playoffs are here. Bubba Badman Jenkins battles the hard-hitting Jesus Pinedo in the main event. The loser goes home. The winner moves on to fight for $1 million. Tickets at PFLMMA.com. Be there August 4th, the Boeing Center at Techport. The PFL playoffs are here.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. GI Bill, SkillBridge, and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
So you just used bug spray in your home. Now what? Well, between the waiting for things to dry up and keeping your family away from the mess, it hits you. You could have used Zevo. Unlike other bug sprays that stick around, Zevo goes from kill to clean in seconds. Plus, it's safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Zevo, people-friendly, bug-deadly.
MVP's bonus days are back at Lowe's. Find special savings on top brands like DeWalt. Right now, save $60 when you buy a DeWalt impact driver or drill for just $99 each. Plus, MVP's Pro Rewards members will earn 3 times the bonus points when shopping the Pro Zone. Shop in-store and online today. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. DeWalt offer valid 7/17 through 8/2. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts if any. Valid through 7/28. Subject to change.
Hold up, you're using Swiffer Power Mop? What would Mom say?
Oh, she'd be like, a mopping bucket is the only way to deep clean your floors. And I'd be like, Mom, this is the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one that gets you a mop and bucket clean in half the time.
She'd never believe you.
I'd say, look, the solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket. And the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get into grout lines. That's why you're the smart one.
Really?
What? Mom said it.
The new Swiffer Power Mop. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FIND to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FIND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FIND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The Hoop Collective.
You made days of work for ESPN last year.
No, I remember. I was on with him.
He left a gorgeous Dolce & Gabbana suit here that is just spectacular.
You should wear it on TV today, Brian.
I do not believe it will fit me, only because the arms are too long. You're across the street. Come over and get it. It's got to be at least a $7,000 suit.
The Hoop Collective podcast. Listen on the ESPN app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
AutoZone is more than a parts store. It's where we help you solve problems like, sorry I'm late, my battery died. And
I need a jump again.
At America's #1 battery destination, you can find the right battery at the right price with options starting at only $89.99. And we offer free battery testing and charging whenever you need it. Get the parts and help you need to get the job done right at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Texas, the Mega Millions jackpot is over $800 million. Buy official Texas lottery tickets right from your phone at jackpot.com. Get a free ticket with your first play. Go to jackpot.com. Jackpot.com. Paid for by jackpot.com. You must be 18 or older to order a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Joe Reinagel, Jason Minix, The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Glad to have you along on this Wednesday afternoon. A reminder, Friday, a reminder and an invite. Come hang out with us at Texas Cheer Liquor, number 5. It's the one in Bernie right there off at Truss Road.
It's a nice place, too. They've got everything you could ever want. Plus, I think George will be out there this time. Huh?
You think George?
Well, I'm extending the personal invite to you, George Strait. Come on by. We'll share some tequila shots.
He's got a tequila, right?
He does.
Have you had his tequila?
I have not. That's why I'm hoping he'll buy the bottle or at least bring one, and we'll have shots.
The Horse Soldier bourbon tasting and bottle signing will also be going on while we're out there Friday.
That's pretty cool.
That is very, very cool.
The soldiers, or some of them will be there, I believe, right?
That's what we were told. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Friday, 2 to 6 at Texas Cheer Liquor number 5. And maybe George.
Who knows?
You say he's a fan of the show.
I've extended. How could he not be?
Well, this is
I've
true.
extended the invitation,
And
maybe that's all he was waiting for.
Do you think he voted for us in the San Antonio Current poll that just happened?
Several times, probably.
If you voted for us, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
We knew we were on the ballot, but it seemed like it was so long ago, right?
It does, right? Two months ago or so, wasn't it?
Well, we got an email today from Iris, who works in the office, congratulating us, and we were like, "For what?" Like, just got the notice from the best of.
Yeah,
and so we weren't the best. We were third best.
Third best.
We behind Billy Madison and some show over at KSYM, which is a great college radio station.
Well, we've got our work cut out for us, Jason.
Got to beat those kids.
Got to beat the kids, and that Billy Madison dude.
Absolutely. And so that was for best radio show. We got third, and then the best sports personality, I got third behind Greg Popovich and Chuck Rowe.
No shame in that. Congratulations.
What I find thank you. What I find interesting is Pop. Personality.
Yeah. Although he's got a personality when you're not talking basketball.
He does. But I wonder, though, I saw a thing, a guy that used to work at a station across the street. Old Mike Taylor is writing some stuff now for, I don't know where he's, but I saw it on Twitter. He was in a restaurant, walked up, and he was sitting at the bar, and Pop was at the same bar. He said it's the first time he's ever seen, in his words, Pop out in the wild. No words were spoken.
Well, it's the beauty of San Antonio, and obviously we're not on that level, but people generally are very kind. They leave you alone.
Yeah.
Even when it comes to people like Greg Popovich, Tim Duncan, Manu,
They
very
do.
respectful.
Absolutely.
Very respectful. So that's good.
So appreciate that. But it was interesting when I think about the list and who was all on the ballot for the Spurs.
Yeah.
There's some other TV types were on there, and Greg Popovich. It was
Greg
like,
Popovich.
who doesn't make sense here? And of course, he gets first, and I'm sure he's thrilled. I don't even. Did you get anything for that?
No, I think you do. You get like they'll send you like not a plaque, but a proclamation kind of thing.
Print your certificate at
Something
home
like that.
situation.
Yeah, something
you've
like that.
completed the day's sexual harassment training.
Yeah,
you can print your certificate.
I got third place one time behind Sean Elliott, and I can't even remember who was second at that time. And you get like a little proclamation thing. So be on the lookout for that.
I just want to make sure the boss sees or hears about it.
Do you think he cares?
No.
Boss cares about.
Do you think he voted?
No.
Do you think there was a contest?
No. Also, Lance had him a breakfast taco this morning.
He paid for it.
He did. But I wonder, did he have a beef stew one?
All right. Hang on, let me check.
Oh, he's gone.
So Tim Spence has left the building.
Doesn't mean he's not listening.
Well, I know he's listening, and is in his car right now on 410. And I'm going to get a sternly worded email for embarrassing him. We had a meeting this morning about our Cowboys training camp coverage next week. And a lot of the things that we're going to do video wise, digital, and this and that. And Tim, who's, I don't know, is he 6-8 months now? He's been in San Antonio.
Has it been? I guess it's about
November.
That's about right. Something like that.
When did he get here? November, December, whatever. So he 9 months. Right? Let's go nine.
We'll go
months,
9.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know, when he first got here, he wanted an early meeting, and we told him, San Antonio, if you're making us come in early, there better be breakfast tacos.
Yeah, because there wasn't that particular day.
And we were all very angry, and
Very
nothing was accomplished in the meeting because we couldn't get over that there was no food. So, and give him a lot of credit. Unless somebody else did it, and I didn't remind him, you didn't remind him.
No.
Hey, you're getting tacos in the morning?
Nobody said that.
Right? So this morning, we walk into the meeting at 10:15, and there's 2 bags of tacos from Las Palapas.
Right.
So what kind did you get? Tim says bacon and egg and the beef stew kind.
Which is
what the hell are beef stew tacos?
Well, carne asada.
Oh,
right?
Sure, right?
But and I kind of like it. Beef stew tacos.
Beef stew tacos.
Yes.
Well, again, I'm sure when he ordered them at Las Palapas, the lady looked at him. The older white dude from Denver. I'm profiling.
Yeah, we know.
We're going to give you carne asada thing, and that's what that must be what you mean.
The thing about it is that they at Las Palapas knew exactly what he's talking about,
and they were fantastic.
They were great. Look, that's my favorite taco is carne asada.
Okay.
But I cannot wait to walk into my favorite place the next time and say I want a beef stew taco.
You're going to get a look.
I'm going to do it though because I have to do it. I have to do it. It's on my bucket list now.
I've just, and the description is perfect.
It is.
Although I've never heard it that way. Beef stew
tacos.
I mean, you can say beef tips and gravy on a tortilla. I mean, because stew to me, there's those squishy carrots that are a part of that.
They're soft.
I prefer to say a squishy carrot.
Soft carrots.
Nobody wants to talk about your soft carrots.
Soft carrots, potatoes, maybe some soft onions.
And that's not a part of your breakfast taco.
No.
But so like beef tips.
It could be though. Can you imagine? That might be a whole new thing. Beef stew tacos, complete with carrots, onions, and potatoes.
And again, Tim is more of a Golden Arches breakfast type. He hasn't quite converted to breakfast tacos yet.
Although he had a couple this morning.
Oh, of course he did because they're wonderful.
They're delicious.
There's some great little breakfast taco spots along Austin Highway. And if he's been here about 9 months, right? In about 3 or 4 months, if he consistently goes to one of those breakfast taco places, just one of these over here on Austin Highway, and orders his beef stew tacos, I promise you, before Christmas, Tim Spence would have his name on the menu. You could get the Spence tacos.
I'm telling you, I think it's genius, and I think it's happening. People listening out there now, beef stew tacos.
I mean, we think about like a Wemby burger like they have at the Roo Pub.
Exactly.
I mean, you can get the Spence special, beef stew tacos. And when somebody asks, what is that?
And
they say, well,
it's the Tim Spence.
But what is that? It's carne asada. Oh, he must not be from here. But it can make the menu.
I think so. Beef stew tacos.
There's goals.
Yes.
Tim.
Beef stew tacos.
Far better than an Egg McMuffin.
Absolutely. There's no comparison.
Far better.
Far better. No comparison. An Egg McMuffin is like last resort.
I think that's
me.
I think that's his go-to.
I'm just saying. An Egg McMuffin is if you're driving somewhere. You can handle that, and drive at the same time.
See, Golden Arches for me is the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
See, I don't like biscuits because they fall apart.
The ones at McDonald's don't really.
Yeah,
I mean, not as bad, but a little bit, but not like.
You get the muffin.
No. Bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit.
Okay.
So you go to some of the good, like I was at a couple weeks ago for breakfast on a Saturday, that Kirby Lane.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
their
about.
Biscuits and gravy, and those things all fall apart. You can't do anything.
I'm fine
with
if
those.
I'm sitting in a restaurant, but if I'm driving, I don't want my biscuit falling all over my lap.
Well, you don't order biscuits and gravy while you're driving.
No, or a biscuit sandwich.
Do you order a carne asada taco while you're driving?
Absolutely not. That'd make a hell of a mess. And sausage McMuffin, perfect.
They bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. But I'm always bacon, egg, and cheese.
I know it. Pretty boring.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's wonderful.
Sausage McMuffin. Try it.
I have.
Oh, you haven't?
I have.
Oh my God.
You think I'm 50 damn years old? You don't think at some point I've tried everything on the menu over there? No, I prefer the bacon, egg, and cheese.
I prefer somewhere else.
Give me a good fried egg sandwich at some good spot.
McDonald's is a last resort.
Spud Nuts and Oxnard.
There you go.
Yeah, their bacon, egg, and cheese fried egg sandwich thing that they have.
They had something else that I got, and I can't remember what it is, but it wasn't bacon, egg, and cheese.
No, you had. I'm trying to remember, but it
There
was
was
like on a
sausage on
bagel
there.
or something, right?
No.
It was on the toast?
It was on whatever.
Is it Rob that always gets his sandwiches on the bagel with the bagel on the side?
I never see Rob in the morning. Did we order those for Rob?
No. So at training camp or when we're West Coast, like the Super Bowl in LA. And in LA, they have Spud Nuts as well.
Yeah, they do.
When those guys get done with their show
Uh-huh.
at 8 o'clock in the morning, because out there, they're on from 4 to 8 instead of 6 to 10. So they drive back to the house after working, stop and get breakfast for all of us.
Isn't that nice of them?
And then come back to the house. Then we eat breakfast.
Nice guys.
And then they drive us to work so we can go to work. And then they stay at work because obviously they've got to be there for practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like those guys.
They do a hell of a job.
They do.
They do a hell of a job. Our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage next week will be live in Oxnard all week long. It's going to be a lot of fun. You know, and you look at the questions with the Cowboys are all, what's the word I'm looking for? RPPs, right?
RPPs.
Rich people problems.
Well, sure. Yeah.
Because you look around the league and there are teams with real question marks. Some teams are already answering those questions. Like Carolina today, they've already named Bryce Young their starting quarterback.
Yep, they have, which is a no-brainer. I mean, you got Andy Dalton, and that's about it, right? And then Matt Corral. So, I mean, I think an easy decision for Carolina. Number 1 draft pick, you roll with them because they got a fairly decent team otherwise. So if Bryce Young plays well, who knows?
And you look at C.J. Stroud, did not get first-team reps today with the Houston Texans. He shared first-team reps with Davis Mills. And so he's not – and that's one of the reasons I say you get about 20 training camp practices. If you're going to go with the rookie, get that guy every first-team rep he can get.
I just think it is a true competition in Houston. I think Davis Mills – and I've said this. I think Davis Mills is underrated. He was on a horrible football team, and I thought showed some flashes of playing pretty well. So I think DeMeco Ryans is saying, look, this is a competition. C.J. Stroud has not promised anything this year. Let him compete and let the chips fall where they may.
It's going to be John McClain will join us tomorrow, but the excitement level for the Texans is, and they're not going to be a playoff Super Bowl type of team this year, but they've got that kind of excitement. There is
absolutely
such an excitement level for the Houston Texans that, quite frankly, I don't know that we've seen before.
Been a long time. It has been a long time since you've seen it, and I think it's all DeMeco Ryans. I think the moment he was announced as the head coach, the excitement level in the city of Houston went up threefold. And he's going to add that type of – then they had the draft that they had with C.J. Stroud and then coming right back around with Will Anderson. I mean, there's been a lot of things to get excited about if you are a Houston Texans fan. So I think this team's going to perform better than most people think that they will, whether it is Davis Mills starting or C.J. Stroud.
I can tell you there's going to be more Texans talk on this station than there has been the last couple of years.
There already was today.
Well, there already was today, but there is that excitement level. And James Pledger has his own show now, Extra Innings with James Pledger.
That's right.
So, I mean, I guarantee you this station will have more Texans talk. Might not be from 6 to 10 a.m. or 2 to 6, but from 6 to 6:08, you might get some good Texans talk with James Pledger. What do you have coming up today? More talk about day one for the Houston Texans?
Actually, surprisingly, no.
You're such a liar.
I do not. I actually wanted to look at the Dallas Cowboys, something Mike McCarthy said today. And I also wanted to get your thoughts on an opinion I had about Jerry Jones and the perception he has when it comes to the contracts he gets done.
So I'm coming on with you today?
Yes, that's what I heard.
I thought I was going on with him yesterday. I'm sitting downtown in front of a restaurant waiting to go in. I'm waiting for him to call, waiting for him to call.
That's not true.
That is true.
That is not. When you walked out of here, no, I got to call my mother.
No,
He
that was
actually
Monday.
texted me.
That
that
was
was
Monday.
Monday.
Last night was
Oh.
Tuesday. You did Monday. I was going to do Tuesday. Thought we talked about it. So I'm downtown waiting to go by the Pearl, going to a restaurant, waiting for my text pledge. I'm like, we're coming on? No. All right. Cool.
Well, you're coming on tonight.
Apparently, if I answer, extra innings with a pledge coming up at 6 o'clock ahead of the Astros Rangers as the Astros try to complete the sweep and pull even with the Texas Rangers. If you're looking for a place to go watch that game, or maybe tonight's Women's World Cup game between the United States and the Netherlands, no better place to go watch the game than at the Rue Pub there at 281 and Redland Road with those 3 massive 170-inch screens, TVs all around, big games, big fights, and you know that Spence Crawford fight on Saturday night. Make sure you get to the Rue Pub early to grab a table. And you know when you show up at the Rue Pub, you got to show up hungry. The food there is fantastic. They got the biggest and best wings in town, despite what the Current might say. They got all the great burgers, 15 different burgers on the menu, including the Wemby burger. And the kitchen is open late till 2 a.m. every day with the full menu available.